We are at Riverview Stadium in Mount Carmel, where it's opening night for the home campaign for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. An important game, though it's only week 2, and it's a non-conference game, but important it is because both Effingham and Mount Carmel come in at 0-1. Neither wants to go 2 losses down because the margin to make the playoffs gets a lot smaller when you're out of the gate 0-2. Hello again, everybody. Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We greet you from the Snake Pit. Kyle, there is just nothing like this place. Such a unique facility in all of Southern Illinois.
Yeah, no doubt. A special place to call home for these Golden Aces. No better place, I said earlier, on the planet to watch a game, and I hold by that in high school football. Picturesque views, a little cloudy tonight, and much more fall-like. Temperatures at kickoff going to be in the 60s with a chance of showers, but nonetheless, it's always a good night to be here at the Snake Pit.
This is the 5th meeting between these two. The series, the all-time series, is tied at 2 games apiece. The first 2 games were in the IHSA Class 3A playoffs, both games in the 80s. The first meeting between these two took place in Effingham. In fact, the other postseason event meeting did too. But everybody knows the first year that these two met was 1981, the year Mount Carmel won the state championship. They beat the Hearts in a first-round thriller to move on into the second round. They met again, these two, in the late 80s, and Effingham pretty well owned that one in the 3A playoffs. Then they didn't play for a long time until they started a home-and-home series. It's gone through 2 years now, and they split those games. Mount Carmel won here 2 years ago. I should say in Effingham 2 years ago. And at the Hearts won it easily last year. So it's another 2-year commitment now, but they flip-flopped the home this time around, right?
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting change to the schedule. With if you would have continued in the succession, it would have been an Effingham home game this year, but Mount Carmel would have only had 3. Effingham would have had 6, so they decided to flip-flop the series so that it's a short 4-game season, but not more than 4 for the Aces, not shorter than 4, I should say. And of course, we'll have the 5-game homestand next year, will the Aces, here next year.
Let's design a winning game plan, brought to you by ADG Architecture and Design Group at 512 Market Street. The next time you need design work done, contact ADG, a longtime Golden Aces football supporter. And Kyle Peach, like it always does, it's going to start up front. I think our kids alone, we had not a veteran group back, but a lot of returnees back up front, more than DuQuoin did. And yet most of the night, we came up with the short end of those battles up front. And I know our kids feel like they're better than that, and they want to get back and build it back up tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's mission number 1 is play better than we did last week. We just ran off the field in all aspects of the game by DuQuoin last week. The Aces know now what that expectation probably feels like, where they need to be at. Hopefully that got them a little bit more ready for tonight. But one of the key things that jumps off the stat sheet, if you look at this Effingham team, they have not been able to run the football. 20 carries for a total of 11 yards last week in their only game of the year. You want to force them to try to run the football, and to do that, you got to defend the pass well. So it's again another game where we're going to depend upon our secondary. 183 yards passing last week for Effingham. 13 of 26 was their quarterback, Jackson Bridges, through the air. So that's the key for me tonight defensively. Win the battle up front, but also force them to run as much as you can.
And they are a pass-first team, perhaps Effingham aware of their Achilles heel, and they threw the ball more than ran it last week against Breeze Central. So that's designing a winning game plan, brought to you by ADG Architecture and Design Group at 512 Market Street. The next time you need design work done, contact ADG, a longtime Golden Aces football supporter. Well, now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by the White Family Trust in memory of Sports Booster co-founder H.D. White and wife Helen. Here's the starting lineup for the Aces on offense. And here's a lineup at guard, at 2 of the guard spots on offense. Are a senior, one of them anyway, number 52 for the Aces, and that is Braden Mason. He's going to replace Strockbine tonight. Sam Strockbine is out. He's going to be out for the next 4 or 5 weeks, a 6-foot senior. Starting also at guard is number 68, and tonight that is Xander Warnken. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 245, so still some size and offensive on the inside. Now at tackle spots, we've got a sophomore and a senior playing there. And one of the slots, number 50, Brock Schilb, and also number 79, that is Will Freeland. Those are your tackles tonight. The center on the inside is a junior as well. That is Aiden Reynolds. And now your quarterback tonight. They're starting River Dasher. He really looked good in the end. He seemed to grow as the game went on. So he gets the return start tonight. His second as a Golden Aces player, River Dasher. The running back tonight is the guy we had on the pregame show, one of the captains, Elliot Acree. He's a senior. The wideouts, we have 3 listed in the lineups. Red Andrews, Shane Metter, and Owen Blake. Those are the offensive wideouts from Mount Carmel. And that's your Aces starting lineup. Now on the defensive side, on the outside of defensive end, it's senior Braden Mason going 2 ways tonight. And junior Jackson Kling. At the tackle spots tonight, Jack Webb and Aiden Reynolds. Now to your 3 backers on the outside. We have one, and it is Militoni, number 0. That's Sidalecki Militoni tonight. He gets one of the spots on the inside backer core. We got a sophomore, Paul Ray Garrett, and Elliot Acree, a senior. Now to your cornerbacks, we've got a senior and a junior in that spot. Cole Carmichael is the senior, Tucker Martin the junior. And in the defensive backfield at safety, sophomore Chase Wiggins and junior Shane Metter. So those are your starters for tonight. The starting lineup, as always, brought to you by the White Family Trust in memory of Sports Booster co-founder H.D. White and his wife Helen. In fact, the starters are being introduced by Bob Bowser right now.
You're doing it just as well, if not better than he did, partner. Good job out there. Effingham has taken the field. We always point out that, the big show of the Aces walking down the stadium steps. Effingham was hidden. They were nowhere to be found. Well, that took place and just arrived out onto the scene here just a bit ago.
Just the fact that most teams don't see that is indicative to me. That tells me that the coaches are fully aware that they do not want their kids to see it, and they plan around it. Otherwise, by happenstance, it would have happened by now.
Yeah, no doubt. And so they definitely scout a whole lot of everything, including that big walk down here to start the game.
So in other words, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yes.
It's a thing that is definitely known. It is a thing, and that is something that I definitely would tell you that all of the opponents of the Aces playing here at the Snake Pit are very much aware of.
All right, so I missed the flip of the coin. What was the result of that?
Oh, we won the toss, and we are deferring.
We're
the
going
second
to
half.
Yep. Okay.
So it'll be Effingham to receive the opening kick here on the home opener for the Golden Aces on this 2025 campaign, and nobody else better to tell you about the action. In his 50th year behind the mic. How many times am I going to say that this year? The Hall of Fame voice of the Golden Aces, Scott Allen.
Thank you very much, Kyle Peach. Effingham clad in their road white top uniforms, red pants with the white helmets. In position to field this kick is Chase Starkey. He's a 6-foot junior, and also Max Kistler, a 6-foot junior. Mount Carmel clad in their home maroon uniforms. In fact, maroon tops, maroon bottoms. That's the choice of the captains and the team every week. And tonight they've chosen to wear all maroons with the white numerals and the famous gold helmets. Mount Carmel will be kicking off from our left to our right. We are on the press box side of the field, and we are thankful that you're with us tonight and hope to bring you a winner for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
Chase Wiggins kicking it away.
And there is the boot. It's a line drive kick down the middle of the field. It will be taken by one of the upbacks who kind of ends up falling on it more than anything else at just over the 30.
He fields at the 30 and then kind of just slides down like you see the NFL quarterbacks do when they take off and then don't want to get hit. That was interesting. 86, Aiden Feldhake, the junior on the return. Effingham sets up shop at their own 32.
So let's see what the Aces do on offense. They came out winging the ball last week in a spread and everything else, and then they pulled everybody back in and seemed to be a little more effective on the ground. We'll see what Effingham has got first as the Aces are lined up on defense. But let's see what the Aces have strategy-wise on defense as well, too. Remember, Strockbine not available tonight. Braden Mason's going both ways. Quarterback sets the club down. Quick throw to the left side. They like to do that. Little flare out. And one shake and tackle. And The return man gets the receiver. That is for Effingham. Let me get a number on him.
Jared
Number
Powell's,
3,
I believe.
Jared Powell. So he gets all the way out across the 40 to the 44. So that's a gain of about 13.
Yeah, 13 yards on the first play of the game as Bridges completes to Powell's.
Yeah, just a swing pass out in the flash left side. Good safe delivery, and it moves the chains for Effingham. The Hearts have receivers left and right, backs in the eye. And here is the quarterback handing off to the tailback, and he's stacked up. Nice play by the Mount Carmel defense. Short gain, maybe 1, and it's 2nd and 9 for the Hearts.
That's Hunter Holland, number 33, on the carry that time. Holland coming in, having been the best carrier that Effingham had. 15 carries, 24 yards last week.
All right, 2nd and 9 for the Hearts. Again, they line it up in that eye with the tailback, the deepest, a good 5 yards off the ball. And the quarterback is under center, and he backs up, is back to throw. Looks long down the middle of the field, going vertical, pass is caught at the 30, 25, 20, escapes a tackle, and he's going to score a touchdown. Just like that, Effingham strikes on a long bomb. The pass caught by Carter Kalber, a 5'10 sophomore, on the fly down the right side, and boom, the Hearts lead. 3 plays
and a score, 55, call it 56 yards on the touchdown strike for Effingham. And how about that?
Yeah,
22 for the Hearts makes that catch, Carter Kalber.
2 shaken tackles in this series, and that one on that play enabled him to scoot down the right sidelines. There's the point after try and the kick away, and it is good. On the extra point kick was Malcolm Softon. And, well, we didn't think we'd be looking at the scoreboard this quickly, but we are going to take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Effingham 7, Mount Carmel nothing. Back in 1 minute.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
At First National Bank of Allendale, we know that winning starts with the right support on and off the playing field. That's why our local lenders make tailored, local decisions so you can score big on your goals. With branches across your community, we're here to help with everything from home loans to business growth. Because when it comes to your future, local lending is a true team effort. First National Bank of Allendale, local lenders, local decisions.
And the kick by Effingham is retrieved, returned down the left sidelines by Chase Wiggins, about the deepest kick we've seen against Mount Carmel this year. And he gets out across the 25 to near the 29-yard line. That's where Mount Carmel will take over. Well, how about that? We've got our work cut out for us, and we played less than a minute.
I'm telling you, they covered 69 yards in 3 plays in less than a minute. That's not the way your defense wants to start a football game.
So now the Aces come out a little bit more of a spread look today with a couple, in fact, we go trips to the right side. And Dasher is in the shotgun. Aces go left to right. Backs up, wants to throw on first down. Looks, a little turn into Webb. He catches it at the 35 and pushes forward against about 3 Effingham tacklers for about another yard to the 36. Call it 7, 2nd down.
Dasher out throwing early, and that completion will get about 6, as you said, as Dasher finds Jack Webb, the senior. 2nd down now for Mount Carmel.
But a little bit more manageable throw to the youngster at quarterback for Mount Carmel. Webb came back to the ball a little bit on the right side. So now the Aces split receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and there is a pitch, and that is Elliott Acree on his first carry of the night. And then he got a little progress and then got repelled back. Yep.
Got further up than I thought he may have
they're
done.
going to mark him at about the 38, call it the 3rd and a long one. They use Acre in the second play. I don't think we saw him until the second quarter last week.
I think it was maybe even 21-0.
Yeah, before
we even saw him touch the football.
So now the Aces go wing in motion. That's Webb to the left, slot to the right side. The little dump pass is caught behind the line, and fighting forward is Shane Metter. Let's see if he crossed the goal line, the chain line, and he did. He gets forward progress out to the 41, so it's a first down, and that is the first down of the day by the Aces. And first downs are brought to you by 10 Pins Bowling Centers.
3-yard completion sets up shop at the 41 for the Aces on first down.
Now man in motion is Metter, and instead Dasher keeps, works left side across midfield, 45-40, scampers down the left sidelines, gets inside the Hart 40 to the 39. Nice run by River Dasher.
That's a good run right to the 40, 19 yards. And another first and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down as River Dasher takes off for 19.
He didn't get anything like that last week, did he?
No.
So the Aces come on, get the first down, another first and 10 Pins first down. Aces send trips to the right side, a wing and 2 wideouts, and here's Dasher. Cox wants to throw, and
Ooh, it may be
it's picked off by Effingham. On the flats, trying to work it for Webb on the right side. The Hearts step in and pick it off, and they go right down, but Effingham gets the football at the 31-yard line after the second pick against River Dasher this year.
I'm going to try to watch the video replay here, Scott. I'm not sure if that ball may have been deflected by an Effingham defender. We'll take a look at it one more time here and see, but nope, I just think it may have been just overthrown a bit, looking for Webb out there, and Effingham gets the big turnover, and the Aces have got to keep them out of the end zone here.
All right, they scored within a minute last time they had the ball. They line it up in the eye, receivers both ways. Bridges, a quarterback under center. Hearts go from right to left. Backs up, wants to throw on first down. Looks, fires out of the flats. It's incomplete. Ball's knocked down to the ground. It'll be second down.
First incomplete pass thrown either way here tonight. Bridges had completed his first 2. Now 2 for 3 and second and 10.
Last week, Bridges was 13 of 26 for 183 yards, a score and a pick. Let's see what he does here on second and 10.
Well, time for the defense to step up. Effingham had no trouble getting from about this distance away into the end zone. 3 plays is all it took last series.
1 setback, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and here's Bridges, wants to throw underneath, left side, ball's off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Sails out of bounds, it'll be third down.
Well, I'm going to tell you that is a ball that Effingham's receiver, Chase Starkey, would like to have again. Hit him in the hands. He just couldn't hold on. Now third and 10.
Had a second back along with Bridges' last play. That was DJ Latham. He's a 5'9", 175-pound senior. They worked him out in the flat, so another potential receiver. And looks like just like last week, they're going to be a throw first team tonight. They have been so far.
Definitely, I would suggest a throwing situation here on third and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line. Now we have a timeout called by Effingham. They weren't sure about what they saw, so we'll take the break too. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. Effingham, your early leader. It is 7-0 back in 30.
Introducing the Student Plus account from First National Bank, a free checking account designed for students and parents alike. With Student Plus, parents stay in control with real-time alerts and spending limits, while students learn to manage money safely and independently. Instant transfers, lost card protection, and customizable features make banking simple for the whole family. Getting started is easy. Just visit any First National Bank of Allendale branch with your student, set up mobile banking, and choose the features that work best for you. Student Plus accounts with First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Well, Kyle Peach, we've got a new board op today.
We do.
It's not Alex McGinnis. It's Kevin McGinnis.
It's a family affair.
Yeah. And Alex's brother's there as well, so everybody's at the downtown studios of WSJD.
It's going to take me a whole lot more time to go through our TV crew here, but we'll do that before this game is done.
All right, here the Hearts are, 3rd and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Bridges now is in the shotgun by himself, spins his way to the right now, wants to throw on the run, does finally flip it long downfield, and it's tipped up and caught against double coverage. Still the catch made, and now a first down by Effingham all the way down to the Mount Carmel 30-yard line.
38 yards, the second biggest pass of the night for the Hearts. And they're set up just outside the red zone into Aces territory. A little further back than that, 33-yard line is where they'll set the football.
Jenner Palsy, 6'3" sophomore with a catch. 1st and 10. Effingham from the Mount Carmel 33.
Well, Scott, we talked about in the pregame how the Aces secondary was going to have to step up, and right now They have allowed 2 big pass completions, setting up Effingham here again on first down.
Now slot and wide out to the short side right. Slot man in motion. Now here is the quarterback. Throws. Again, it's caught in the slant pass inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Goes the receiver.
Flack 42 is the receiver there. And another first down for the Hearts.
Oh, they're knifing us down the field here with the passing, and
that one goes for 11 yards and is the first reception for Flack.
They scored their first touchdown less than 1 minute into the game. They lead 7-0. Now they're rolling, trying to bid for more now.
Bridges has thrown already for 118 yards.
Just outside the red zone of the 23-yard line. Bridges under center now. And he will do a quick throw off the line. He's still standing up. It's caught over in the right flank. So not much there for the receiver. The catch made by Kalber, but he was met with resistance as soon as he got that swing pass.
Yeah, it'll be a pass completion, but for a loss. Sideleki Militoni, the junior, steps up. I believe Shane Metter also over there, and brings them down for a loss of 1 on the pass completion to set up a 2nd and long.
So second down now for the Hearts from the 23-yard line. We're down to 7:49 to go here in the first period. Opening night for the Aces at home. And for that matter, we'll be here next week, too, with the Robinson Maroons in town. 2-by-2 on the receivers. Quarterback is Bridges. He's in the shotgun this time. Rolls left and does get the pass off. It's over the outstretched hands of the receiver at around the 10-yard line. Incomplete, third down.
Want to go back to that last play. It was not Metter helping Militoni. It was instead number 11, Cole Carmichael out there, the senior, helping on that last stop. And now 3rd and long again. This is a scenario where the Aces defense needs to step up. And remember, we saw the kicker for Effingham, Michael Sefton, the senior, drilling field goals from about this range in the pregame warm-up. So you got to stop him here.
So now the Hearts send the slot and wide out to the wide side of the field, left side, receiver to the short side right, and Bridges in the shotgun, wants to throw. Looking, middle of the field, pass caught, shakes a tackle, he's going to score a touchdown. Another missed tackle, another touchdown for the Hearts, and they lead 13-0.
A 23-yard completion. The Aces just didn't wrap up there at all in the middle of the field. Thought maybe we would have a chance to force a 4th and short, and instead he escapes for the touchdown.
That is Jenner Pals again. And now it's 13-0, still 7:26 to go, first period. Now here comes the snap, ball down, the kick away. And, I was thinking it might not be good after it was kind of bobbled a little bit on the snap, but it went through the uprights, and just like that, Effingham going to the air has a 14-0 lead on Mount Carmel. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard reads all Hearts right now. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Summer savings are here at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Explorer up to $5,100 off. And get a new 2024 F-150 up to $13,600 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Get hot summer savings at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Grand Cherokee L lease for $433 a month, or a 2024 Dodge Hornet up to $12,330 off. Come in and get yours today and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Are you in need of lab services but are concerned about the price? Check out the Wabash County Health Department's Lab Services, offering low-cost lab services by appointment only. A doctor's order is required with payment accepted by cash, check, or card. Price is subject to change at any time. The Wabash County Health Department, proud to offer affordable lab services to the community. Make an appointment today at 618-263-3873.
Shane Metter on the return from Mount Carmel. The kickoff from Effingham gets across the 35 to around the 30, we'll call it the 35, and that's where the Aces set up shop. Nope, now they're going to move the chains.
There they go. They're on the march to the 39.
So the 39. That's where it looked like it was going to be, but that's where the Aces will start. They go left to right. Mount Carmel has some work to do. They trail 14-0 here in the first period. River Dasher's in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Aces go left to right. Dasher pulls it back, lets it fly downfield, looking for Red Andrews, and the ball is almost picked off and then dropped by the safety back there for Effingham. Single man coverage, and he had the better play on the ball and almost grabbed it for the pick.
Well, I tell you, it was one of those things. It looked like Rhett Andrews may have got his legs tangled up with the defender on the run, which kind of slowed his pursuit to the football and allowed the defender to get the lead out run out toward that ball and almost brought it in. Good job by Andrews to, in essence, become the defender on the play and knock it away. 2nd and 10.
Slot and wide out to the right side for the Aces. And here's Dasher. Hands it off. Ball carrier slides up middle, gets some running room across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Nice chunk of about 7 that time for the ball carrier.
It's Militoni.
And okay, Militoni on his first official carry, right, of the game.
First of the night, yep.
It leaves about a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 for the Aces, near midfield. 6:47 to go. Last week, the Aces trailed 21-0 early. Tonight, they trail 14-0 early.
Militoni had 10 carries, 19 yards last week.
And here is a handoff. Getting outside to the left side and scooping down the left sidelines. He may get into the end zone, and he will. That's a huge touchdown for Mount Carmel and a quick answer for the Aces.
55 yards. River Dasher, the quarterback, kept it all the way.
Boy, the Aces needed that, huh?
In a big way.
6:27 to go here in the first period. A huge run down the left side by River Dasher. We didn't ask him to run much last week. Now we're seeing a little bit more of his all-around talent, and that was something. And he's got some speed, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Turned it on in the afterburners. It was not close.
First Aces touchdown brought to you by Full Stadium Marketing, local marketing service to help your business win the crowd. Now the extra point brought to you by Mabry Auto Body and Paint. There's the snap ball down, the kick away, and it is good. Extra point brought to you by Mabry's Auto Body and Paint, 214 South Market Street, Mount Carmel. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's at least a little better to look at now. Effingham's lead trimmed to 14-7. We're back in 1 minute.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
75 years in doing what we do is beyond unusual. Our genesis back in the 40s, doing stabilization and still focusing on that here today is very, very unusual. I'm really proud that we have 75 years in this industry and still focus on getting better every day. That experience has propelled us. We carry it forward. In other words, we haven't lost the experience that was gained early on in the beginnings of the company. And we still have that knowledge base to draw from. And that's what just keeps making us better.
Max Kister retrieved the kickoff for Effingham at about his 2, and he had for a moment a chance to break that thing. Finally, he closed up the hole and stopped him, and so the Hearts take over at the 37. So Effingham has a football now, 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line after the kickoff return.
Scott, looking back at that touchdown run by River Dasher, he took the snap, he kind of faked the handoff to Elliott Akery, countering back to the far side, took off to the stadium side of the field and never looked back for that 55-yard run. A much-needed score and a little sigh of relief for Aces Nation.
Old number 13, Jackson Bridges, the quarterback. 2 receivers to the right side. Bridges under center, hands off the tailback, slides right side. Not much there. Good job by the Aces on defense, and Effingham's problems running continue. No gain there, 2nd and 10.
Militoni making the stop there for the Aces. I did not get the ball carrier for Effingham. We'll try to pick it up here again.
22.
You're on it.
Is Carter Calver.
Called his name already a couple of times tonight.
As they're bringing the plays in with one of the running backs, too.
Okay.
The receivers are split now for the Hearts. They go right to left, a wing to the right side, backs in the eye, and the quarterback under center. Steps back, wants to throw. Does get a quick delivery out of the backfield. He doesn't roll very much. He just fires that ball. It is complete. And the receiver goes, it was complete, right?
I think he dropped
the ball, yes. He dropped the 3rd down.
So a 3rd and 10, the second 3rd down of the night. And the Aces looking for their first 3 and out of the season. See if they can get it right here.
Well, Effingham's busy hustling plays in here and getting personnel in. The play clock is down to 12 as they break the huddle, so they ought to be able to get the snap off in time. Well, wait a minute. Now they don't, and they're going to let it run down 5.
They're going to spend a timeout.
Timeout
That's their second.
And there it is. So a timeout called. That's 2 now for the Hearts as they're busy trying to get things organized. The clock is stopped. 5:38 to go in the first period. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial agent Tia Morgan. It's Effingham still leading Mount Carmel. It's 14-7 back in 30.
One of the things we want all of our customers to make sure of is that if you do install a generator, make sure that you have a properly functioning transfer switch. And a transfer switch will make sure that the generator is disconnected from utility service, and that protects your equipment and it also protects all of our crews working on the line. If a generator is not hooked up correctly, it can send power back through that transformer, and then it can be high voltage in a dangerous situation.
Back here at the Snake Pit, opening night of the home campaign, it's Effingham leading Mount Carmel 14-7. A lot of scoring in this first quarter. Still have 5:38 to go in the frame. And in case you're wondering, fans, Mount Carmel back here at home next week to open Little Illini Conference play against the Robinson Maroons.
Come on, defense, get a stop right here and put the Hearts to bed on this drive.
Receivers are 2x2 for the Hearts. A high snap in the shotgun. Bridges fires downfield, and is it caught?
Yes.
A catch. Wow, what defense by Mount Carmel, and what a catch over the middle at the 45-yard line for the Hearts. Nicely pulled in a tough spot for Max Kistler.
Yeah, he makes his first reception of the season, and it goes for 21 yards. And another first down for the Hearts.
And they're in Mount Carmel territory right now. They're 2 for 2 so far on drives.
He dug that one off his shoelaces.
We got an H-back sliding right to left. Kistler is looking over the middle now. The ball's tipped away, incomplete.
Not sure what lineman got their paw on it there for the Aces, but that will end that pass attempt. Scott, last week, Effingham throwing the ball threw for 183 yards. They're at 161 in the first quarter tonight.
Wow. Well, they've had a couple of breakaway plays, too. Not always for touchdowns. They made a big third down, nice play, pass over the middle here just a second ago. So now here they are, and receivers again split 2x2. And it is Bridges in the shotgun. Looks to his left now, decides to pump over the middle. Pass is caught right on the marker, but shy.
Kistler again on the reception.
Bring down by, it looks like, was that Shane Metter? Over there, over the middle?
Actually, Militoni.
Oh, Militoni. Okay, that's what I thought it was originally. Then I thought I was going to change my mind. Well, nice job by Militoni. Line of scrimmage, the 36, about 2 yards shy, 3rd and 2 now.
Yeah, an 8-yard pickup there, and that was the 13th ball already thrown by these Hearts. That by Bridges once again.
So again, the Hearts split the receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's in the pistol. And hands off to the running back. Oh, big hole, huge hole, and he's going to score a touchdown. I don't think we touched him.
Nope.
I don't know how he found a hole that big, but the heavens opened, and it was a big run for pay dirt by D.J. Latham. And Hearts now lead it 20-7 with 4:20 to go in the first period.
Well, the largest run of the season for the Hearts, the first of the year for Latham, and it goes to the house. 36 yards.
Now attempting the point after will be Malcolm Sefton.
Flag on the play before the kick, and it's going to cost the Hearts 5 yards. A false start.
Oh, yep. So back 5 yards. They'll move it back to the 8 and kick from there. Well, Effingham is now 3 for 3 on offense tonight. And this will be the second straight week we've given up, well, perhaps 21 points here in the first period. And we still have 4:20 to go in this frame.
We definitely have some defensive issues to figure out.
And the kick will come from, of course, you mark off the yards from the 15. So it's a 25-yard extra point. And there's the snap ball down the kick away. And it is still strong enough and good. So here we go with that scoreboard look. It's not getting any prettier. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard now reads Effingham 21, Mount Carmel 7. Back in 1 minute.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
The kickoff return from Mount Carmel by Chase Wiggins. Nice tackle by Effingham. Cuts him down in full throttle. Otherwise, he could have gotten many more yards. As it is, he's down at the 15-yard line, and that's where Mount Carmel will take over, now trailing 21-7.
Yeah, Scott, and I know Effingham started with the football, but their opening drive took 3 plays to get to the end zone. They have run 16 plays on offense so far in the first quarter. Mount Carmel has run 8. So we're seeing them get more looks on offense. That certainly helps tire your defense. A touchdown scoring drive and a long methodical drive on the order for the Aces offense here to give the defense some time to breathe over there.
Yeah, I stand corrected. That's the 24-yard line, not the 15 the Aces are at, and they start going left to right. Here is River Dasher in the shotgun, calls the signals. Quick throw, left side, pass caught. On the sidelines, nice spin move for a few extra yards out to the 30-yard line. After the catch, and the catch made by Shane Metter, gain of about 6. Second down.
That's his first reception, or second reception of the night. Metter last week was the leading receiver for Mount Carmel as he caught 5 passes for 121 yards, 2 of those touchdowns.
How about that kid from Robinson who caught 17 passes, made 17 catches last week?
You might want to guard him, huh?
Yeah. Second down. Yeah, and here's Dasher in the shotgun, pulls back from a handoff. Now they're giving chase, and he is under hot pursuit, and he's going to get drilled and brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Back near the original line of scrimmage, there is a flag down, and I think that may have been targeting or too much extracurricular contact. We'll see what this is all about, but the flag is down.
Yeah, it was a big hit, that's for sure, and the officials are now talking it over.
It would be a 4-yard loss. Maybe are they going to pick it up? Yes, they will pick up the flag as the officials converge.
Well, there's certain, of course, standards to be termed targeting, and so the officials felt that wasn't up to that threshold, so they pick up the flag, and now that creates 3rd and 10 for the Aces, a gain of 6, a loss of 6.
Big sack by this Effingham defense has forced the Aces into a 3rd and long.
And the play clock down to 13. Here come the Aces. They looked a little confused, I thought, but they're to the line now. And here is a quick throw. I think that was Metter that threw the ball.
Nope, Metter caught it out there.
Metter caught it. It was Dasher to Metter. And so the Aces tried to pull a little bit something out. We're going to see Metter on the receiving end of a lot of passes this year. And as it is, a gain of about 6 again. Back to the 30-yard line. Now it's 3rd, and really don't call it 5. And Dasher's in the shotgun. Barks the signals, does not draw Effingham off.
Could try to do that again if he wanted. Waiting on the play call to come in, so maybe not. That play clock's down to 5. We got to get the play in, and instead we're going to call timeout.
So something happened there, and we weren't ready for the snap, so we call a timeout. So the clock is stopped. 3:04 to go here in the first period of play. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. It's Effingham 21, Mount Carmel 7. We are back in 30 seconds.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
So the correct down is 4th down. The officials corrected that during the timeout, and the Aces are going to give up the football. There's the punt by Chase Wiggins, and not a bad little kick. It's going to be down at around the 42-yard line. So a kick of 37 yards of 29 yards and no return. And Effingham, 3 for 3 so far, has the football back.
Yeah, that's a scary thing. They have run all of 17 plays and have 21 points on the board.
And we haven't stopped them yet, so we've got to this time, or this game's going to start getting away early. 2:56 to go, first period of play.
37 yards rushing, 175 through the air for the Hearts.
Jackson Bridges is the quarterback. He has Hunter Holland in the backfield in that eye, the deep back. Receivers are split. And here is the quarterback's going to throw another fly pass, and it's caught by Pals on the run. A perfect peg. It's a touchdown. A one-play drive. 57 yards, and now Effingham leads 27-7. It was a perfect pass, yes, but he had us completely beat back there.
He was 4, 5, 6 steps ahead of the defender on the play, and Bridges now 232 yards through the air, and we're not out of the first quarter yet.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Still 2:48 to go, and Effingham with a big lead already. And now Sefton in to do the kicking. Here's the snap, ball down, the kick is up, and it is good. And how about this? You won't see this much at home. Here with just a tad less than 3 minutes to go in the first period. The Jaded Financial Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard now reads Effingham 28, Mount Carmel 7, back in 1 minute.
Buy Low is Mount Carmel's local grocery destination, proudly serving the community with fresh products, friendly faces, and great deals every week. From our fresh deli and bakery to a wide variety of produce, fresh cut meat selections, and even an Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need, all close to home. Stay updated on all the savings at myiga.com or follow us on Facebook at Mount Carmel Buy Low for the latest specials. Shop local, save big at Buy Low, Mount Carmel's hometown store.
My name is Jacob Piskus. I'm from Abilene, Illinois, and I'm a part of the Ag Business Program here at Wabash Valley. I grew up on a row crop operation and also grew up showing cattle at the state and national level. Collegiate Farm Bureau here at Wabash Valley. We went to the Farm Bureau annual meeting in Chicago, so we got to network with a bunch of different people, and we accepted the Chapter of the Year award through Farm Bureau, so that was really fun. There's a lot more in the agriculture industry than I ever imagined, and coming here has kind of helped me.
Chase Wiggins on the kickoff return for the Aces. Took it at the 10, gets over the 30 to the 33-yard line. And that's where Mount Carmel takes over. We have 2:40 to go in the first period, and Effingham is in control, 28-7.
Just stunned, Scott, to see these Hearts. They're all over 250 yards of total offense, 262, in fact, here in the first quarter. Mount Carmel's defense just has not got off the bus tonight.
River Dasher will operate out of the shotgun, fakes to Acree, drives himself to the march on the left side. A nice run, just shy of the first down, but not by much. He's across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Dasher keeps it himself, his fourth carry of this game, and he's willing his way to get this offense moving down the field. Gets 9 on that one.
So he's got some yardage already piling up in this game.
77 on the ground.
Wow.
For River Dasher.
Second and a short one here. Aces have multiple receivers to the right. They're split to the left as well. Now the wideout Metter is in motion, and here is Metter. He gets the pitch on the counterback and does get the first down across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Took a little bit of a hit at the end. Move those chains. It's another 1st and 10 pins, first down.
Well, first run of the night for Shane Metter. He's caught 3 passes already as he got about 3 yards. Mount Carmel now over 100 yards of offense in this first quarter, setting up the 1st and 10 here.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And, I thought Webb might have left early from tight end, but apparently not. They get the handoff. Goes for almost no gain to the back.
That's Acree.
That's Acree on the carry. And, yes, they do give him some gain, so we'll call it 1, 2nd and 9.
Second carry for Acree, 4 yards for him tonight. 90 yards on the ground unofficially for the Aces. 14 through the air on 3 of 5 completions from Dasher so far. Does have that 1 pick.
So now 2nd and long. 2 receivers to the left, and there's a pitch from Dasher to Acree. Gets it to the edge, left side, spins away from 1 tackle and gets over the 50 to the 46. He made a much nicer run than it was going to be with a little spin move of his to the left side. And it'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, good pickup there for Acree. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here. Give him 6 on the run. 3rd down, 3 for Mount Carmel.
And the senior Elliot Acree on the last 2 runs. 1 setback behind Dasher. He sends him in motion to the right side, fakes the pitch, and now Dasher keeps himself running to the right, and I don't think he made it. Nope, he tried to switch directions and go a little bit to the right, thought he had some running room there, and then that wall closed in a hurry, and he ends up shy. It's 4th and 1, though, probably a place on the field in the situation of the game where you go ahead and go for it now.
Yeah.
From the 45-yard line.
Into the quarter, though.
Into the quarter, all right. So, mercifully enough, that horn sounds the end of the first period, and let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. After 1, it is Effingham 28, Mount Carmel 7. We're back in 1 minute.
My name is Alexis Johnson. I'm from Brookston, Indiana, and I'm in the Physical Therapy Assistant Program at Wabash Valley College. Some of the hands-on activities we have in Physical Therapy Assistant Program is we work on each other, getting that practice in the school setting, and then we also go to clinicals. We go out and work on actual patients with actual employees and just getting hands-on with your patients. After graduating, I plan on going back to my community, working in a hospital setting, maybe a nursing home, and just helping those people around me.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
For the second quarter.
Second quarter begins. A quick chance to try to run through all of our folks on the TV crew tonight. I've got Hannah up top, Emery up top on our cameras, Noah and Hunter on the cameras on the sidelines. Landon is running the stream. Jackson switching the cameras. I think I got everybody. Got a full crew here tonight on the broadcast.
Well, we start the second quarter.
4th down, and we're going for it.
And the Aces will go 4th and 1, just inside the Effingham 45. And it looks like we have it.
Yes.
On the carry to the right side.
Dasher kept it that time. Needed 1, got 2.
Asking a sophomore to get that kind of play in that situation. There you go, and he succeeded. The more success we can give this kid, the better he's going to be.
No doubt.
Over the next 3 years.
I tell you, it's been a week and a quarter, but I am impressed by what we're seeing out of the sophomore QB.
And they're using him on the ground a lot more tonight.
Already 6 carries. He is our leading rusher.
Line of scrimmage, the Effingham 42. Aces have a slot and a wide out left side. Man in motion. And there is a handoff.
Dasher
that was Dasher himself.
Yep.
He kept it wrapped up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle by Effingham. Good to see Robert again.
Looked like one of those
Had nothing to do with the game, that comment, but well.
Looked like one of those option read kind of things where maybe looking for Metter perhaps as an option on that carry. Dasher elects to keep it himself. That time went for no gain.
Yeah, even option reads are big challenges when you're a sophomore. Now the Aces present an H back to the wing, back to the right side. Acre gets the call that way. He heads to the right side, bangs his way across the 40, down near the Effingham 35, near the marker. It'll be third and short, maybe 3 from there.
Yeah, good powerful run for Elliot Acre. He's now up to 4 carries, gets about 6 there. That's the second time he's carried the ball for 6 yards. He's up to 16 on the night, and it's a third and call it 4.
28-7, Effingham leads. We'll go through the scoreboard at halftime, or Kepa's Funeral Home halftime report. We'll be here before you know it. At least no rain tonight. We've had some sprinkles and maybe here and there a little bit in the stands, but nothing major tonight. Dasher will hand it to Acre. He slides upfield.
Power. Still going.
To the right side a little bit. Refuses to go down. Finally, Effingham gang tackles him just inside the 30. At around the 29, but it's time to move the chains. Another first down.
First and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down, the third consecutive run of 6 or more yards for Elliot Acre. He has Mount Carmel set up at the 29-yard line.
Don't forget, Robinson's here next week. Back-to-back home games. We open LIC play against the Maroons, 7 o'clock kickoff. 6 o'clock for the broadcast.
Robinson at Benton tonight. Going to be interested to see that score at halftime.
A little confusion on the line. We got 2 players switching and switching back, and now Acre gets the call, shuffles to the right side, tripped up, still managed to stand on his feet and plow again to get inside the 25. Nice run by the senior to around the 23. Third down.
Again, another run for Acre.
Not a lot of yards, but man, that was
got about 5.
Yeah, considering the confusion that was there.
Second down manageable here. 2nd and 5 for the Aces from the 24, inching closer to the red zone.
Militoni is in the backfield just to the right of the quarterback, River Dasher. Now Kling slides H-back left, and
early.
And yep, somebody did. So the flags fly, bring the play to a halt, and that'll cost us 5 yards.
Looking for positives, we have not had many penalties tonight. We had several last week, but none too many tonight, although that one hurts now. 2nd and 10 after the first down pickup there by Acre a moment ago.
So the Hearts have scored on 3 passes and a long run. The touchdowns covering 56, 23, 55, and 36. Nope, the 55 was Mount Carmel. And 57.
Look at this. Dasher to Metter.
And how about that? A nice catch way downfield. And the Aces are in business inside the 20-yard line, inside the 10-yard line, all the way to the 5.
The poise of River Dasher absorbed the hit, knew he was going to take it. A 23-yard completion. The biggest play of the night offensively for the Aces through the air. The only bigger was the 55-yard Dasher run, and now Mount Carmel set up in the Big R Farm and Home red zone.
And it's first down. Handoff. Ball carrier slides a little closer, gets inside the 5, still pushing hard, and finally repelled.
Acre.
Nice job by Elliot Acre. He wanted that end zone in the worst way. Got close to about the 3-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Acre now up to 30 yards on 7 carries. We've seen his name called a lot more in this drive. Aces platooning some people out, bringing the Hosses in. And we're going to see Jackson Kling, I believe, in the backfield now. We saw that last week at DuQuoin. 2nd and goal now from the 3, and Kling in the backfield.
And the Aces going to, it looks like a long eye format. Kling gets the call, tries to bang his way in. No signal yet.
Got to the 1, I believe.
Yep. He was the deepest back in that 3-man eye. And gets down to the 1-yard line. It's now 3rd and goal. Is that right?
3rd and goal from the 1.
Second quarter, 7:18 to go. Mount Carmel can get to within 2 touchdowns of the lead with a touchdown here. It's Acre, the middle back, in that triumvirate. And again, Kling gets the call. Burrows his head low, goes left guard, and made it. Touchdown. A 1-yard run by Jackson Kling, and the Aces close the gap to 28-13.
Much needed score, and kind of, as we mentioned, kind of what the doctor ordered, a methodical drive that gave the Aces defense a break, and 7:03 to go here in the first half, and the Aces, the first team to find the scoreboard in the second period.
So now Chase Wiggins will try to tack on the point after for the Aces. 28-13. Still plenty of time left in this first half.
Wiggins was 1 for 3 on the PAT attempts last week, and we're going to spend our second time out of the half to set up the PAT.
So a timeout on the field brought to you by Country Financial agent Tia Morgan. 7:03 to go here in the second period. It's Effingham 28, Mount Carmel 13 with the PAT pending back in 30.
I'm Mason Gross. I am a marketing business management major at Wabash Valley College. You'll learn a lot about the business industry as a whole, and that really helps you to explore your options as far as to what's out there. So I'm doing my internship at Summer Real Estate in Salem, Illinois. Right now I'm working on getting my license. I am hanging around the office, going to showings, and doing everything I can as a non-licensee to get myself ready for when I graduate and take that step as an agent.
Well, Jackson Kling has just scored on a 1-yard touchdown, and the Aces called a timeout before they set for the extra point. Still look to be a point after try here.
Yeah, not sure if we weren't, didn't have the right personnel on the field or what, but this is the Mabry's Auto Body and Paint, 214 South Market in Mount Carmel. Aces extra point.
And it'll be Wiggins on the hold. Here's the call, the snap. The ball's down, the kick away, and it is good. Well, the Aces did not want to lose points from some logistical error, so they called the timeout, set it up right, and got the PAT. And the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard now reads Effingham 28, but Mount Carmel now 14. We're back in 1 minute.
Introducing the Student Plus account from First National Bank, a free checking account designed for students and parents alike. With Student Plus, parents stay in control with real-time alerts and spending limits, while students learn to manage money safely and independently. Instant transfers, lost card protection, and customizable features make banking simple for the whole family. Getting started is easy. Just visit any First National Bank of Allendale branch with your student, set up mobile banking, and choose the features that work best for you. Student Plus accounts with First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Summer savings are here at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Explorer up to $5,100 off. And get a new 2024 F-150 up to $13,600 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Get hot summer savings at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Grand Cherokee L lease for $433 a month, or a 2024 Dodge Hornet up to $12,330 off. Come in and get yours today and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Effingham has 2 men deep. There's the Wiggins kick. It bounds to the deep man. He lets it go behind him. He fields it at the 2 and now starts to run to the 5, 10. He's drilled out of bounds at the 10-yard line. A very costly error by Starkey, but the Hearts do have the ball. But now back at their 10-yard line.
Boy, Starkey just didn't field it at all. It bounded right by him. I thought it had a chance to bound into the end zone, which might have been the better play, but tough to see if that was really going to happen or not. So then he goes back to the 1 to field it and can't get no further than the 10, call it maybe the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 Hearts, their deepest drive of the night. But I'm telling you, partner, the defense has got to stop Effingham, something we haven't done all night.
All night. Yeah, and here's a golden opportunity to stop this club and get the ball back before halftime. But they're 4 for 4 tonight in drives. And here's Bridges. Quick throw, right side. Pass caught. Banging his way down the right sideline is Wade Busher. Is that right?
Maybe Pals that time.
Okay, Pals ended up with a catch. Yep, number 3. He's caught a TD pass tonight.
Yeah, he
look at
just shy of the marker.
Yeah, all the way out to the 20-yard line. It moved the chains.
It did finally. Okay, they did late to move it, so they do move the chains. Give him 10. And a Effingham first down.
And it gets them out of hot water deep in their own part of the field. A little more breathing room now. Backs in the eye. Receivers left. Here comes the wide out left side in. Ooh. And now the handoff. Nice defense by the Aces. They trip up the ball carrier as he fell to the line of scrimmage.
Jack Webb did that. He got there in a hot hurry, and DJ Latham was met in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
So nice job by the Aces defender, Jack Webb.
Second tackle for loss in this game by the Aces. One was on a reception. This one on the ground and pound game.
6:23 to go here. Trips to the left side for the Hearts, or I should say 2 by 2. And here's Bridges. He wants to throw, flips it out with that right hand, overthrows the receiver out of bounds. Incomplete, third down.
Jackson Kling just introduced himself to the Effingham quarterback as Bridges took a big shot on that play. He is up and all right, but got up a little slow, and that's an incomplete pass, ending a streak of 4 straight completions from Bridges, and that sets up the Hearts at a 3rd and long. 3rd and 13. Is this the time the Aces get their first 3 and out of the season? Let's hope so right here. Flip the field position, game 2 in the process.
And here come the Hearts. They send one wide receiver out to the right side, to the left, and 2 to the right. And Bridges in the shotgun with a setback to his left, wants to throw, and does. Fires short, cross pattern, and the receiver's going to be brought down well shy of the marker. That is Kalber on the reception. Mark him down at around the 28-yard line. So he's still about 4 or 5 yards away. 4th down.
8-yard completion, but they needed 13. And here for the first time comes the punting unit for Effingham and our first 3 and out of the year.
Brought to you by Quick Stop Tire and Lube. Congratulations to the Aces.
You can call Quick Stop at 263-3786.
Now Carmel has one back in punt formation, back standing at the 40-yard line. I guess I didn't read all that line, huh?
Timeout, Mount Carmel.
Thanks for bailing me out. Oh, not that you haven't done that about 50,000 times the last few years.
The rubber pellets on the turf are brought to you by somebody. I'm not sure who.
All right.
Timeout Aces here.
Timeout Aces brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. We'll take a 30 break. It's 28-14. Effingham back in 30.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Well, the Keepers Funeral Home halftime report is coming up soon. Not only will we have stats from this first half, we'll take a look at scores from not only the LIC, but everywhere around Southern Illinois. An amazing number of games statewide had to be pushed back to Thursday because of the ongoing officials problem with a shortage of personnel that's been a problem for Illinois schools for a few years now, really everywhere in the country.
And that may only get worse.
Yeah, there's the 4th down punt by the Hearts, and it will land way upfield. Did it touch somebody?
No, it took a big bounce our way.
Yeah, it sure did. Way back across the 50 to the 48-yard line. So it's a kick of only 20 yards and no return, and Mount Carmel starts in Effingham territory here.
Yeah, that ball bounded at about the Mount Carmel 48, and I think the Hearts thought it was going to bound the other way down the field. It was not close to our deep man. Instead, it bounced about 5 yards back upfield, and so the Aces will set up shop. Right now at the 47 is where they'll mark it. So, boy, a chance to get within 1 score before halftime, and we get the ball to start the second half.
And there's 5:20 to go here in the first half of play. The Aces go right to left. Dasher's in the shotgun with a running back. That's Militoni to his left. He got the call. Swings it back to the right side. Militoni does. Gets across the 45, then gets repelled. So give him about 3, second down.
Thought I heard a lot more whistles than normal there, but no flags on the play. So pick up our Militoni on his second carry.
Yeah, they mark him all the way to the 43, so give him a 4 on the play.
He's up to 10 yards now on the ground for the Aces, and Mount Carmel now 127 yards rushing.
Metter checks out wide to the left side, and here is Dasher. Now Kling enters as an H-back, and getting the call instead is Militoni again. Finds the middle of the hole, then darts a little bit inside to the left and gets to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 3, leaves the Aces about 3rd down and call it 2.
Or maybe
from there, maybe through. Oh yeah, there, look where they put it. Yeah, 3rd and 3 now for the Aces. From the 40-yard line. Clock not a factor yet. 4:17 to go. First half. Aces have time. They'd love to get within 1 touchdown. Haven't been that close in a while. Receivers are split left and right. H-back right. And here comes Acre now with the call. Darts up the middle.
Go.
Great run. Breaks an open field to the 20. Finally dragged down to the 19-yard line. But a big 3rd down around of 22 yards by one of our captains on the team that we talked to tonight, Elliot Kiefer.
Elliot Acre.
I mean, Acre. That's a Kiefer. Oh, brother. Acre.
How about that? 20 yards on that play. 50 on the day for Acre, and Effingham will spend their final timeout.
All right, we'll take a break, too. 4:01 to go in the first half of play. Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial Agent T. Morgan. Effingham, your leader, 28-14, back in 30.
75 years in doing what we do is beyond unusual. Our genesis back in the 40s, doing stabilization and still focusing on that here today is very, very unusual. I'm really proud that we have 75 years in this industry and still focus on getting better every day. That experience has propelled us. We carry it forward. In other words, we haven't lost the experience that was gained early on in the beginnings of the company. And we still have that knowledge base to draw from. And that's what just keeps making us better.
Well, Kyle Peach, the Aces have moved a little bit on the ground here in this drive. There's still plenty of time, 4:01 to go. Desperately needed touchdown would get us back in this ball game. And as you mentioned, we get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Now, I don't know how you can draw this up, but I'd love us to get 20 yards in about 3 minutes and 39 seconds and not give Effingham a chance. There's still too much time up there.
And here now is Dasher. Keeps it left, goes
Did he drop
left
the
side.
ball? No, he's got it.
Yeah, he had it the whole time, but he didn't get much on that play. But it'll be 3rd. Is that 2nd down, right?
Second down.
Second down and long. 2nd and 9. Give him 1 to the 20-yard line. Right on the edge now of the Big R Farm and Home red zone. Oh, well, let's give it to him. We'll call it that.
He's in there.
And those are the footballs at the 20.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
2nd down and 9. It's Acre in the backfield just behind Dasher, who's in the shotgun, takes the ball, now throws it 4-6. It's up for grabs, tipped around, nicely done by the lone defender. The pass intended in the end zone for the Aces. Who was that, Shane Metter?
I believe so.
Yes, in the end zone, but it was tipped away by Effingham. Nicely done. Single-man coverage back there. They won the war. Now it's 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, just throwing it up to the back corner of the end zone, saying go get it, and well defended in man-to-man coverage by the Hearts.
So the clock stopped, 3:22 to go here in the first half. Now the Aces have to collect some yardage on this play. Well, it's 2 downs from here. 3rd and 9. Dashers in the shotgun. Receivers are split. Now Acre gets the call. Darts right, left, and now dumped for a loss maybe on the play. Maybe he got back to the line, but not much more than that. Now it's 4th down.
Yeah, he got back to the line, but that's it. And credit the Effingham defense stepping up in this drive. 4th and 9.
Well, let's
to the 20.
Let's see what the Aces have drawn up for this kind of situation.
Dasher got 1 yard on a run, an incomplete pass. Acre goes for no gain for the first time tonight. And now it's 4th and 9 from the 20.
2 receivers to the left. Dasher gets the snap, pulls it back, now wants to throw, and does over the middle. The pass is incomplete, and Effingham will take over.
Yeah, I don't know if he was looking for Metter, but Metter really wasn't looking back at him. And 2 incomplete passes here in this drive. That one's a big one. Yeah. And the first team to get a stop. Well, I guess that's not true. We had the 3 and out, but Effingham gets the stop here in the red zone.
Yeah, big stop there on the post pattern, fly pattern, and it just didn't connect. And so the Hearts take over now, and keep in mind, they've got 2:44 left to work with, and they are 4 of 5 on offense tonight.
Yeah, we have only stopped them 1 time. Granted, it was about from this spot on the field, maybe a little further back, but got to keep them out of the end zone here.
Pals, one of the wide receivers to the right side. Bridges in the shotgun, is going to hand off a play it safe. No, he dumped it out on the right side. Boy, I got fooled. Everybody got fooled on that. And that pass was caught out there. Nicely done by the Hearts wide receiver. That was Chase Starkey. A pass of about 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
I'm telling you, they have thrown to a lot of people in this season so far in 2 games. That one goes for 6 yards to Starkey. He is the 5th guy to catch the ball in this game.
And the Hearts hustle up to the ball. 2:04 to go. Play clock at 5. H-back slides right. Bridges in the shotgun. Throws to the H-back. Nice hit by the Aces. Did it jar the ball away or did he make that catch?
He got it.
Holy mackerel. He made the catch despite a jarring tackle. It was Max Flack out there on the right side. He was the H-back they threw to. Enough for the first down. And the line of scrimmage now the 32-yard line.
Another 6-yard completion. Second reception for Flack tonight. He had one earlier for 11 yards. And the drive continues for the Hearts.
So now the receivers go off to the left side and one to the right. So 2 by 1 on the receivers. Wing to the left. Setback is behind the quarterback. And here is a throw and a little button hook, as I always called it. And a little turn in reception by Weston Hayes. And let's see, they give him how many yards? About 6 yards on the play. Wiggins on the stop, 2nd and 4. Line of scrimmage to 39. Sure, everybody still knows what a button hook is.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm right there with you.
1 minute to go in the first half. Again, the Hearts go 2 by 1 on the receivers with a wing to the left side. Same formation. One setback, and Bridges going to throw again off that left side. And the pass is caught. Good for a first down by about a yard. Nicely done by the Hearts.
That's Starkey again.
Now they hustle up.
Quicken the tempo.
Yep.
Out of timeouts are the Hearts, so they got to hurry. Less than a minute.
45 seconds to go, and they hustle up. Now they take their time and clock it.
There is a flag down. They left early on
penalty?
the play.
So we're just going to clock the ball and stop the clock, but first things first, I guess a penalty, or is there?
Well, now wait a minute.
Maybe nothing.
Here comes the call. False start.
Okay.
I thought they were going to set the ball down and say go ahead. Instead, it cost them 5 yards.
So, yep, 1st and 15 now. The line of scrimmage will be the 40. The Hearts are going to get right at it. There's the whistle by the official.
Go
They do run the play. And a throw is finally caught there, almost deflected. Nice rush by the Aces, but they couldn't quite get to the ball, and the pass was complete to the 44-yard line.
Actually, Bridges faked the throw, took off, and got the 5 yards back he lost.
22 seconds to go. They move the chains.
They got to go deep here.
Here, Effingham over the middle, pass caught. They can't call a timeout.
That's Powell's on the reception for about 7.
3rd and 3, down to 7 seconds to go. They've got once now. They clock it. So they do clock the ball to stop the clock, and there's 6 seconds to go in the half. We will keep it here. It'll be 4th down, but that'll be the one play they need to make.
280 yards through the air for Jackson Bridges in the first half on 23 pass attempts.
How much?
23 pass attempts, 280 yards in the first half. And probably one more to come here.
Wow. That's an amazing total for one half. By any quarterback in any game.
17 of 23 for 280 and 3 touchdowns would be a nice game total. It's a half total for Jackson Bridges.
Okay. Let's see what the Hearts, if they can add to it here. They want to put 6 more on the board.
And now, timeout. Mount Carmel, everybody's out of timeouts.
All right. So now we get a legit stoppage of the clock by the Aces. You want to keep it here?
I want to keep it here. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. Partner, we have been hard at work for a long time to come up with something to recognize your 50th year in the booth. And you have to keep this secret till you get an official phone call. But a little birdie has told me that you are what we believe to be the 10th statewide recipient of the IHSA's Distinguished Media Service Award.
Really?
For a radio broadcaster. You will be the 10th ever to receive that award.
Really?
And Matt Troha, our good friend from the IHSA, is going to be in touch soon.
Really?
Really?
Well, I'm just stunned.
The Hall of Fame for the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association, and soon the official recognition as an IHSA Distinguished Media Service Award winner.
Well, wow, that is something. Thank you very much.
We'll talk more about that after this play.
Oh, I guess we're going to have a play, aren't we? Okay. I'm kind of just stunned from all that shaking now. All right, 4th down, 6 seconds to go. There's the throw to the right side. It was in the kind of a short pass into the flats, and now
they will get the chance to stop the clock and move the chains. Go, chains, go.
2 seconds, and they're going to try to get a playoff inside 2 seconds, and did they clock it?
They haven't started the play clock.
They moved it, and they've got time to get a snap away. The ball's at the 44 of Mount Carmel, and they do clock it, and it only took a second off the clock, so they got it stopped with 1 second to go.
Now, I want to tell you, I don't know, they're going to, I think, try a long field goal here, and it doesn't surprise me by what you were
during
seeing
the pregame
from their kicker, Michael Sefton. Is he out there?
No.
He is, number 18.
Oh, they're going to put the ball.
They're going to tee this up on the other side of the 50.
So this will be a 61-yard field goal attempt. Oh, my.
Look out.
All right, here we go.
Can we return this? Is that possible in high school?
Oh, I think.
All right. Here we go.
All right, 61. Here's the snap ball down, the kick away.
No.
It is very long, but it's going to be well shy. And a return by the Aces. He picks it out at the 2 and gets across the 20.
Keeps
Still
going.
25-30. Finally bounded down around the 33. And that will end the long field goal attempt. Needless to say, had that been good, that would have been the longest field goal we've ever seen in a broadcast.
Maybe in state history. I'll have to check that at the break. But
I know Lawrenceville had just a tremendous kicker back in the day.
Yeah,
a foreign exchange student. But other than that, that would have been amazing. Okay, well, it's been an amazing first half. If you're an Effingham fan, they scored the first 4 times they had the football. They led 28-0. Mount Carmel has since come back to make it 28-14, and that is your halftime score, brought to you by Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips. So what do we have ahead? We have the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. That's next in 2 minutes. Keep it here.
Buy Low is Mount Carmel's local grocery destination, proudly serving the community with fresh products, friendly faces, and great deals every week. From our fresh deli and bakery to a wide variety of produce, fresh cut meat selections, and even an Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need, all close to home. Stay updated on all the savings at myiga.com or follow us on Facebook at Mount Carmel Buy Low for the latest specials. Shop local, save big at Buy Low, Mount Carmel's hometown store.
My name is Jacob Fiskus. I'm from Effingham, Illinois, and I'm a part of the Ag Business program here at Wabash Valley. I grew up on a row crop operation and also grew up showing cattle at the state and national level. Collegiate Farm Bureau here at Wabash Valley. We went to the Farm Bureau annual meeting in Chicago, so we got to network with a bunch of different people, and we accepted the Chapter of the Year award through Farm Bureau, so that was really fun. There's a lot more in the agriculture industry than I ever imagined, and coming here has kind of helped me to learn about some of those things. This is where I felt the most comfortable, and I'm glad I made the decision.
My name is Alexis Johnson. I'm from Brookston, Indiana, and I'm in the Physical Therapy Assistant program at Wabash Valley College. Some of the hands-on activities we have in the Physical Therapy Assistant program is we work on each other, getting that practice in the school setting, and then we also go to clinicals. We go out and work on actual patients with actual employees and just getting hands-on with your patients. After graduating, I plan on going back to my community, working in a hospital setting.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
Okay. We're at halftime here on the home opener for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. It's time for the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. It's all Effingham here at halftime. Now we say that, and yet it's only 28-14. At one point it was 28-7. So the Aces have at least come back to put points on the board. And you had a very interesting. You just went through the record books. Tell us what you found.
Yeah, so we just saw a 61-yard field goal attempt. I'll say that again in case you missed it. We just saw a 61-yard field goal attempt to end the half by Effingham. If it would have gone in, and it was not close. But if it would have gone in, it would have been the longest made field goal in state history. Tucker McCann of O'Fallon hit a 60-yarder back in October of 2014 against Belleville East.
Well, just to see an attempt.
Right.
In high school football, it was just mind-boggling to even see them try it. And the fact that it flew in the air for some distance, inside the 10 anyway.
Yep.
Before it came down. And you said how far was he booting them during the pregame?
Well, he was drilling them with ease from about the 35-yard line, so he was hitting 45-yard field goals like it was nothing.
Wow. Well, here we are at halftime. It's Effingham 28 and Mount Carmel 14. A quick scoring summary. Well, it was easy for a while for Effingham. The Aces have finally mounted a defense that stopped them on downs, really stopped them a couple times without points now, 4 of 6. In terms of possessions here in the first half. But it was the first 4, and just an amazing stat total in the first half that Kyle will tell you about in just a moment. For the kid wearing number 13 on his jersey, Jackson Bridges, the 6'2", 175-pound senior quarterback. 50 seconds into the game, on the third play from scrimmage, he fired a pass covering 56 yards to one of the wide receivers, Carter Calber, a 5'10", 140-pound sophomore. 56 yards. The kick was good by Sefton, and it's 7-0 in favor of Effingham. And here's a name that you'll hear a lot of tonight before the night's over. Jenner Pals, a 6'3", 185-pound sophomore wideout. He took a 23-yard run. He took a pitch from the quarterback Bridges and scampered 23 yards in. Sefton's kick was 7:26 to go in the first period, made it 14-0. Mount Carmel got to the board then on a run, a 55-yard run by the sophomore quarterback, River Dasher. They've used him more on the ground tonight, and he has responded in his second start as a Mount Carmel football sophomore, and he's got some impressive totals on the ground as well. So he covered a 55-yard run for the touchdown with 6:27 to go in the first period. Chase Wiggins' kick made it 14-7. Then here came the Hearts again with 2 more scores before the end of the first period. With 4:20 to go in the first frame, D.J. Latham, a 5'9" senior, ambled in from 36 yards out, and Sefton's kick made it 21-7. Then the longest pass play of the first half by a yard. There was the 56-yard pass to Calber to open the game with 2:48 in the first period. Pals took a 57-yard pass from Bridges, and the kick made it 28-7. Mount Carmel, the only team to score in the second quarter. That's on a 1-yard run by Jackson Kling after Mount Carmel went on a sustained 13-play, 67-yard drive, and Kling scored with 7:03 to go in the second. Wiggins' kick made it what it is now, 28-14, as the Mount Carmel Marching Aces are performing. I'm imagining one of the routines they're going to be performing at various contests here at the state during their season of contests ahead.
Well, and they put in a lot of work. As I was setting up here this afternoon around 2 o'clock, they were here practicing this routine, and no doubt they are one of the most talented bands you'll see in this part of the state.
And they're doing their thing. We've got a good crowd on in here for opening night. Everybody's headed for the concession stands. Had a lot of tailgating here before the ball game as well. And it is Effingham leading here at intermission. The score is 28-14.
Working on getting some scores together for you, but I'll go through some stats here as we do that.
I'll look around a little bit too.
There you go. So Mount Carmel has been out-offensed so far tonight. Effingham 318 yards of total offense to the Aces 187. For Effingham, just 39 of the 318 yards on the ground. They've carried the ball only 5 times for 39 yards. And 36 of those came on one play. The touchdown run by DJ Latham had a 36-yard touchdown run, but 33 total yards. Carter Caliber a carry for 0. Hunter Holland a carry for 1. Jackson Bridges a carry for 5. The passing has been remarkable for Jackson Bridges. He's thrown the ball 24 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 incompletions. So 18 of 24 through the air for 286 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air for Effingham. Carter Caliber caught 2 passes, including a touchdown. Jenner Powells has caught 8 passes, 2 touchdowns, and he's got 152 yards. Caliber had 64 for Effingham to lead the way. River Dasher passing tonight has thrown the ball 8 times, has completed 4 of 8 for 37 yards, does have 1 pick. Receptions by Shane Metter, 4 for 23, Webb 1 for 6. The Aces do have 150 yards on the ground. Elliot Acree, the leading carrier, 9 rushes, 50 yards. River Dashers carried it 8 times, 82 yards, including the touchdown. Stilecki Militoni, 3 carries for 12, and Jackson Kling, 2 for 3 yards and a touchdown.
Well, all right. That's the scoring summary for this first half. We'll take a look at some scores. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with a lot of scores for you. We'll check out how the teams are faring in Illinois and Indiana when we come back. Here's your halftime score at this facility, the famous Snake Pit in Mount Carmel. It is Effingham 28, Mount Carmel 14, back in 2 minutes.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
Buy Low is Mount Carmel's local grocery destination, proudly serving the community with fresh products, friendly faces, and great deals every week. From our fresh deli and bakery to a wide variety of produce, fresh cut meat selections, and even an Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need, all close to home. Stay updated on all the savings at myiga.com or follow us on Facebook at Mount Carmel Buy Low for the latest specials. Shop local, save big at Buy Low, Mount Carmel's hometown store.
You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. It's the home opener for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. They are on the short end of the stick right now at halftime. The Effingham Flaming Hearts lead 28-14, but Kyle Peach has got a lot of scores.
Yeah, let's start with scores in the Little Illini Conference. All of these at halftime. Trenton Westland leading Newton 28-14. Olney leads Salem 21-0. Meanwhile, Casey in a big battle of 1A Titans leads Tuscola 14-8 at the break. Paris leading Charleston at halftime 28-7. Benton throttling Robinson in the second quarter 49-0. The Benton Rangers putting it to the Maroons of Robinson. And one other score of interest to keep you informed on how our friends, the DuQuoin Indians, are doing. They lead Harrisburg at the start of the third quarter there, 35-0.
Maybe
so
DuQuoin
may be for real.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they are. That'll increase our stock. Here it's 28-14. I'll take a look at a couple Indiana scores. I can find them.
I do have a couple of Black Diamond scores for you.
Go ahead.
Leads Hamilton County at halftime 20-8. Other scores in the Diamond went to final earlier. By the way, Lawrenceville won last night over Carlisle 34-12. Sparta and Marshall play tomorrow at 4 in the LIC.
So across the waves in Indiana, Boonville leads Southridge in the third quarter. The Pioneers up 18-14. The Castle Knights rolling over Bossy, as one might imagine. Third quarter score there. It's 48-0 in favor of the Knights. Let's see what else I can come up with. Maybe I don't have as many Indiana scores. Oh, here we go. Memorial leads Central in the SIAC 31-0. That is in the third quarter. Evansville Mater Dei leads Vincennes 7-6. That also in the third quarter, probably started half an hour early. Jasper, the Wildcats, leading the Wrights Panthers. I think that one's at the Wrights Bowl, 14-7, and that is at halftime.
There you go.
A little bit of a surprise there. And how about the North Huskies? They are on top of Harrison at the half. The score there is 28-0. One other score, it's all Gibson Southern. They lead the Wildcats of Mount Vernon 35-0 in pocket play. That's at halftime. Oh, I'm not done yet there, Kyle. Nope, wait a minute. I'm back to Illinois. Nope, here we go. The Heritage Hills Patriots on top of Princeton 21-0 in the first period. Maybe I'm done. Maybe I am done. And you got the Flora game, right?
Yep, that was last night. Flora beat Carmel 20-14. Two more games in the Diamond tomorrow. Fairfield and Red Hill tangle, as does Edwards County and El Dorado. Yep. And the other Black Diamond games we already covered. Cesar leading Hamilton County, and Carmel lost to Flora last night. How about the old NEC matchups on this week's schedule? You have Flora, Carmel, Fairfield, Red Hill. You also had, was there one more? Alney, Salem. Maybe that's it. But good to see the old NEC foes still tangling with one another.
And that Alney-Salem game is an addition for the Tigers this year, so they're bringing back a little history with their old friends, their old nemesis from the past too. So good to see. And a good night going, I guess, for the LIC as well. We talked about it before the game. They had 6 non-conference wins as a league last week, and they only had 5 last year out of 16 games. They were 6-2 a week ago, and we'll see how they fare tonight as a league. But they're going to blow past that total of 5. They already had 6 last week, so maybe we can get to 9 or 10. Lawrenceville, we got one back from Lawrenceville. They were 10-point underdogs. But they beat Carlisle easily, 34-12. So Corey Juergens' team is now 1-1. That broke a 12-game losing streak, stretched over 3 years, by the way.
Wow.
They lost their last 2 games of the 2023 season, including a playoff game that year when they were 7-3. They went 0-9 last year, and then, of course, they dropped their opener. And what a tough challenge that was. Kankakee Bishop McNamara. I don't know if you watched the video. That was a big moment for McNamara. They dedicated they have a whole new stadium and everything. They dedicated it to Rich Zanani. That should be a name Mount Carmel fans should remember. He was the coach of McNamara the year Mount Carmel beat them. He is still around. 1981 was that year. Went on to have a great career, multiple state titles for the Irish. And they dedicated the field to him. He was there on hand. And then Lawrenceville, and then McNamara just flat put it to the Indians.
Don't you love going as an opponent
to something like that?
That far away to get, to dedicate a field in the game you're playing. I mean, you're not going to lose. You're not going to win that game if you're the road team. It's just not possible, I don't think, in that situation. And before I don't know that we're going to take another break. We've taken a lot already. I want to talk about the Distinguished Media Award a little bit more. That my partner next to me, who was surprised
I was even
late in the first quarter.
Okay.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the same thing. I wanted to hear more about it, too.
Yeah, so it started in the 2013-2014 season, and they've recognized, I think, up to 5 individuals in total across print, broadcasts, television, radio, otherwise. If I looked quickly, I think I counted 10. You're the 10th. You'd be the 10th radio broadcaster to be so honored, including your friend Jim Moore, who down in deep southern Illinois, and Greg Sapp from Effingham.
Oh, good.
So you're in good company in this part of the state, and will be. And by the way, hush, hush. I just wanted to be the first one to tell you. But you're going to get a phone call this week. The IHSA Distinguished Media Service Award was created and seeks to recognize media members who've covered high school sports and activities in Illinois for a significant period of time while maintaining perspective on the amateur events they report on. Member schools, media members who are voted, member schools can nominate media members who are voted on by the Media Advisory Committee and a Veterans Committee. And you are one of the 5 statewide honorees to be so named this year.
Well, I'm completely stunned by this announcement. This wasn't even an award I even thought about because I figured there's no way. But how about that? So
this is like the so we have
shocked.
You're in the IBCA, Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and while this isn't exactly labeled as a Hall of Fame, in essence it's the IHSA Media Hall of Fame, the Distinguished Media Service Award winner.
Yep.
What a way to close the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report.
So if I may be so bold here, we're getting ready for the kick, right? Okay, well, hang on.
Eventually.
So here's the deal.
Yes.
So I'm going to get a call from this gentleman, this fine gentleman.
Our good friend Matt Troa.
Which I've actually talked to. I saw him last year at the state tournament for the girls. But anyway, so I'm 69 years old. I get a lot of calls every day about Medicare. I don't answer the phone like I used to. So I should apologize. If I don't know that prefix, I'm probably not going to answer the phone. I hope he leaves a message.
Well, there you go. Maybe we'll get Matt's number and put it in as a contact for you before the call comes.
That would be embarrassing. Well, we tried to call him, so I guess he didn't want the award.
Yeah,
so.
There you go. Well, I mean, I guess you do have to accept it first.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. There's the kickoff.
Look at this.
Kickoff for the second half. Gets into the end zone on the kick, bounds around. So Mount Carmel will take it at the 20. By the way, you were listening to the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report, and again, I'm humbled and shocked and honored. So thank you very much, Kyle.
Yeah, my pleasure to get to say that, and they don't know that you know yet.
Play dumb.
Yes,
which is amazingly easy when you get older to play dumb, by the way. It comes naturally, let me tell you. All right, so the Aces have the ball first. To start in the second half, let's get something out of this and get a little closer on the scoreboard, huh?
No doubt. The Aces had the opportunity in the red zone to try to make it a one-score game late in the first half, but could not convert. And now 2 scores down, opening with the ball. Let's get a positive start here.
The Aces go left to right, and Dasher fakes to Acre. Now goes left side, gets some running room out towards the edge, near the marker, and past it over the 25 to the 30-yard line, and then some to the 33. Nice run on first down, a 13-yard pickup.
That's the way to start the half as River Dasher closes in on 100 yards. 95 yards now for River Dasher on the ground tonight.
You're listening to WSJD Princeton Mount Carmel. Line of scrimmage now for the Aces after the 1st and 10 pins first down at the 33-yard line. Checking out wide to the right is Red Andrews. And here's Dasher in the shotgun, set back to his right, and it's Acre who gets the call, sweeping back to the left side, churning his way, cutting it up a little bit, and gets up across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
A good carry by Acre, getting some positive yards. This is a good start to the second half for the Aces as Acre picks up 4. He's at 54 yards on his 10th carry of the game.
Second down now for the Aces from the 37. Next week, don't forget, the Robinson Maroons are in town to open the Little Illini Conference part of the season. It's all conference from this point on. 7 o'clock kickoff, 6 o'clock for the broadcast next week. Now slot man moves next to Andrews on the right side, so 2 wideouts to the right side, and Dasher wants to throw, sets and fires, and it's picked off by the Hearts. The pass thrown short by a good 5 yards, and they, over there on the edge, picked it off. Easy interception at around the 45, return to the 41, to the 40, and now the Hearts take over in great position.
Well, just unfortunate. Dasher didn't get it over the defender on the play, tried to dump it into the arms of the waiting receiver, but I don't know if he didn't see him or just left it short, but it was one he'd like to have back. His second pick of the night in 9 attempts. And just like that, a promising drive comes to a screeching halt, and the Hearts are set up in Aces territory.
Line of scrimmage, the Mount Carmel 41-yard line. Receivers are split for the Hearts. They operate out of the I. Here's Bridges. Jackson Bridges hands it off to the tailback. He plows over the 40, over the right side to around the 39. Not much of a gain, but something. And it'll be second down from there on the carry. Was show your number, son. That would be number 33, right?
Hunter Holland.
Yeah, that would be. Sure, that's the guy. That's what we thought going in would be the main guy they go to. I think he's been used, twice tonight?
Yeah, just his second carry of the night. He's got 5 yards on the ground.
Now receivers are split. Wing to the left side is the left side receiver. Now he comes in a little bit on the edge of the line. Meanwhile, the handoff goes, and he's a blocker. Ball carrier plows across the 35, 33-yard line. It's Holland again, and he's closer to the marker. And it'll be third and about 2 for Effingham.
Yeah, just a nice solid run, but the Aces defense there for the stop as Holland gets 3 more. Third down and 3 here. And again, the unfortunate part of this is we saw the field goal kicker attempt a 61-yarder. This is very much in his range should they not get it here.
Yeah, and they're just wanting to stay on the ground now. Pretty obvious because they were throwing the ball all over the place in the first half. Now they want to whittle the clock in command of the game. Meanwhile, here is the quarterback, rolls to his left, and now fires, and the pass is caught. Did he catch it in bounds? How about that? He got 1 foot down. Good for the catch is Carter Calver, and it's a first down.
Came right at our cameraman down there. Hope everybody's all right. But a good catch, good toe plant on the turf.
And he gets down to around the 23. It's a 1st and 10 from there. Called to 22.
Inching closer to that red zone. 13 yards on that pass completion.
And again, the backs are in the eye, and the tailback gets the call, and Mount Carmel meets him and drags him down for a big loss. How about that on the play? Nicely done by the Aces front, as they allowed nothing for the ball carrier number 33. That was Hunter Holland again.
And he lost a couple.
Third straight, third run out of the last 4 plays for Holland. And now it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, what a catch. A moment ago, just watched that one again on the replay. The toe plant.
And now Holland stays in the game to the left of the quarterback. Receivers are split, man in motion to the right side, and here is Bridges going to throw that way, and instead goes over the middle, pass caught on a short pattern over the middle. An immediate stop by the Aces. Akery helps out on the stop.
Max Flack on the catch. And a third.
About a 2-yard gain on the pass.
Yeah, maybe a little more because they were behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. So about four, I think, for Flack.
3rd and 8, line of scrimmage, the 20-yard line.
And now Bridges over 300 yards through the air in the game.
Wow. 8:19 to go, third quarter. Effingham trying to rebuild their lead to 3 touchdowns. They had a 3-touchdown lead earlier in the game, a 28-7. H-back slides left. Meanwhile, quarterback in the shotgun wants to throw. Dumps it out. Pass caught. And out of bounds the receiver. Nice grab by the receiver, who also looked at the sideline. And Pals had enough room and made the catch. And it'll be first down. Well, no, it'll be a gain of 9.
Now they're moving it.
Oh, now they're moving the change. Line of scrimmage will be the 12-yard line at Mount Carmel.
Thought they might have somehow had the opportunity to hold him short. But in the red zone now up at the 12. After the completion.
Boy, it's a big possession here for the Hearts. After Mount Carmel got the ball first, not only did that drive not make it, now to have Effingham come right down and score would be tough to handle. And here is Bridges. He rolls right. They're in on him. They hit him as he's throwing. The pass is it caught?
Nobody signaled. Yes.
Yeah, how about that? It's a catch at the 2-yard line. That's by Starkey. Yeah, they mark it at the 2 or maybe the 3. That was a catch. Wow.
We've seen a couple of those tonight. Shoelace kind of catches by the Hearts.
2nd down and 1 now. And the Hearts are knocking at the door.
11 straight completions from quarterback to receiver.
And they've got DJ Latham in the backfield. Instead, they hand it off to the other back, and he's... that was the quarterback. That was Bridges on the keeper, they say, and he was stopped. No gain, maybe a loss in the play.
Yeah, a loss there of Was it second and 1?
Yeah.
First and, what would it be? Second and 1, and now it's a third and 2, I believe. Or second and 3. What is the deal here? Can't get it right in my
something
head.
like second and 3 from the 5, something, because they were at about the 2.
Yeah.
All right.
It is third down now.
Yeah. Now they pull everybody in. The big bodies are in the game on the line, and Bridges rolls to the right, sets, wants to throw, does for the end zone. And the pass is tipped around, but nope, it's not. It's caught instead in the end zone. Nicely done. Threw it just over the head of the defenders from Mount Carmel, and it's a touchdown for Effingham, and the catch made by Big Max Flack, and that increases the lead to 34-14 Hearts.
6:46 the mark here in the third quarter, and Bridges does it again. His 4th touchdown pass of the game.
So now here's Sefton on to try to boot the point after. And here comes the snap, ball down the kick away, and it is good. So here we go, 6:46 to go in the third period. Let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It is Effingham 35, Mount Carmel 14, back in 1 minute.
One of the things we want all of our customers to make sure of is that if you do install a generator, make sure that you have a properly functioning transfer switch. And a transfer switch will make sure that the generator is disconnected from utility service, and that protects your equipment and also protects all of our crews working on the line. If a generator is not hooked up correctly, it can send power back through that transformer, and then it can be high voltage in a dangerous situation.
75 years in doing what we do is beyond unusual. Our genesis back in the 40s, doing stabilization and still focusing on that here today is very, very unusual. I'm really proud that we have 75 years in this industry and still focus on getting better every day. That experience has propelled us. We carry it forward. In other words, we haven't lost.
To the 23, 24. Chase Wiggins on the return for the Golden Aces of the kick out to the 24-yard line. That's where Mount Carmel sets up shop. We're down to 6:39 to go third quarter. Now it's again a 3-touchdown lead for Effingham. They lead 35-14.
Last week, Scott Jackson Bridges of Effingham completed just 50% of the balls he threw, 13 of 26. You won't believe the streak he's on. I'll tell you about that after this play.
All right. Let's see what the Aces do here with the possession. They hand it off first, and that is, well, I thought it was Kling. It must have been Acre they handed it to then. Let's see if that's who it was as they unpile. And it was Militoni.
Yeah, it was Militoni. You got it?
To the 24. Yeah, I don't know if we give him one or not on that.
Looks like he's back where we started.
Yeah.
No gain.
2nd and 10 now. There goes Red Andrews checking out wide to the right side. The Aces have a receiver to the left as well and a wing that way. And here's River Dasher, the sophomore, and he will hand it off. Militoni tries to sweep left again and is tackled before he gets all the way to the edge. He did get progress, though, to about the 28-yard line. 3rd down.
Yeah, about 30 yards on the play. I told you about the quarterback, Bridges, Scott. He started this game with going 8 of 12, 4 incomplete passes. Since then, he's completed 16 of 17.
Holy mackerel.
And is on a tear.
Wow.
20 of 25 through the air for 325 yards.
Kind of unstoppable here as of late. Well, the Aces have 2 receivers to the right, a wing to the left side, and here's the quarterback. Dasher's going to throw on the run, and it's dropped by the receiver. Metter, I think, had it, and just kind of bounded away from him on the angle pattern out to the 40-yard line. Incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. So here it is, a 3-touchdown game, 4th down, 3rd quarter. You're back at your own 30. Are you ready to start playing that way yet?
Yeah, I don't know what your thought process is here.
I think maybe you still punt here, but
looks like we are.
Yeah. But it can't go much further, and we're just going to have to start playing that way. We're down to 5:21 to go third period. Effingham drops 1 return man deep at the 45. And back to do the punting for the Aces. That will be, it's Wiggins, right?
Yes.
And the kick is deflected, maybe partially blocked. It squirts up in the air.
Touched it,
and
did they
I
not?
think the Hearts did, but now there's a scramble at the 34. Let's see what the officials call.
It's Mount Carmel ball.
How about that? First down, too. It didn't cover many yards, but Effingham touched it.
They blocked the punt, and then a lineman reached his paw out there, deflected the ball, and then the Aces ended up with it.
Yep. So how about that? Mount Carmel has the ball right back, just like we designed it.
That was the best offensive play of the series, the punt. Goodness.
Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line now. So, given this break, let's do something with this opportunity. Two receivers to the right side. And now it pulls back. The quarterback does from Acree. Throws on the run, looking for Webb on a crossing pattern.
Flag.
Yep, maybe pass interference.
Hit on the backside of the play.
Yeah. And incomplete over the middle at around the 50-yard line. But that may be against the Hearts. As Webb was jostled around pretty easily back there, over the middle, I should say. And the official's going to talk it over. Let's see what they come up with.
I would be mistaken not to mention that the sophomore Brock Schilb is the one who recovered the punt that was blocked and then touched first by Effingham. So credit the sophomore for the recovery there.
You know, and when you're in a moment like that and you're a sophomore, sometimes it's easy to get confused over making sure, so he jumped right on that opportunity. And kudos to the young sophomore for that. Okay, here we go.
What the explanation is.
There we go.
I think they call it, I think it's the right call. Effingham didn't like it. Nolan Fearday, the senior, called for the hit from behind by Webb, and I think the hit came before the ball got to Webb, and I think that's why they made that call.
So they marked the football up to the Effingham, right to midfield, or to the 49 of Mount Carmel, and it is 1st and 10 from there. Dasher sends a man in motion, gives it to Militoni on the sweep to the left side, gets to the 45, and gets a couple more yards for. He's pushed out of bounds at around the Hearts 44. It'll be 2nd down.
Good run getting to the outside. That was that Wiggins that time? I think it was Wiggins. We do have a shaken up Aces player on the field. Is that really Wiggins? I'm looking
is that
out
what they
there.
announced? Yeah,
I thought that's what they said.
Okay.
But if so, it'd be his first run of the night.
Well, it may be Shane Metter.
Mm.
No. It may.
Is it Acree?
It could be Acree.
Cramp, it looks like.
Yeah, right in the middle of the field. And Kyle will check on that play, I guess, and find out who gets credit for that. It'll be 2nd down and about 4. Clock is stopped, 4:54 to go, 3rd period.
It was, in fact, Wiggins on the carry on the last one for the Aces. And hoping that this is just a cramp. That's what it looks like.
Yep, he gets up, pulled up under his own power, and he's. It looks like he's kind of favoring the cramp a little bit, like people walk after that. And he looks like he is walking out under his own power, and that's a good sign. Good kid. First interview of the year, player interview of the year, and opened up a little bit. You don't have too much of a chance to do that in a 3-minute interview with a player. But talked about what where has he? So he's a captain and then senior. That means you have leadership responsibilities. So where did he learn those as he grew through the high school? And he brought up Asher Kite.
Yep.
He viewed him as a model.
That's good company. That's for sure.
So now here is Dasher. Pulls back, wants to throw. They're in on him. He's chased around. Will he be able to get rid of it? And he does, just as he's hit. The pass is caught over the middle at around the 46-yard line. Red Andrews on the catch at the 41 of Effingham. Nice ad-lib play there by both the quarterback and the senior.
First down signaled late, so it is enough to move the chains.
It's a 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center. First down.
And a nice completion to Red Andrews, his 3rd catch of the night, and a good find on the scramble by River Dasher to complete the play.
So 1st and 10 for Mount Carmel from the Hearts 41. Dasher again in the shotgun, receivers both ways. And Militoni gets the call. The sophomore heads to the left side, tries to turn up field at around the 35 or 36. He stopped there, so a gain of about 4, and another player, I think, is down, right?
Yep, another lineman, or a lineman this time, I believe,
and looks like a
is
cramp
down.
again.
Yep, and before the trainers get out, Braden Mason may have this fixed for the down lineman.
Yeah, Braden's doing a good job. Braden, of course, forced into more duties tonight because of the injury to Sam Strockbein. And we may not get Sam back until Olney. At least that's what Michael Brewer indicated on the pregame show. And that'd be week 6. That's too bad. Boy, you hate that. You hate that for anybody, but particularly for a senior.
And a kid who suffered an injury last year as well. You just hate to see that, Sam Strockbein. But get back, big fella. We need you down the stretch.
Yep. Yeah, they're still working. Dr. Mason is still working out there with the trainers.
They're going to take over now.
Oh, they're going to take over. Okay. Hey, yeah, Dr. Mason's got to go back and do his other job tonight. So we'll be with the team. There we go. And he gets up. He's okay. Good. All right. So that's a good sign. As looks like Xander is going to be fine, maybe. Let's hope. Xander Warnken. All right, we're almost set to continue here. Second down. By the way, there's 3:57 to go in the third period. Effingham by 21, 35-14.
And if I'm right, isn't Warnken starting in place of Strockbein? So,
well, I couldn't remember if he gave that assignment to Mason or it could be Warnken too. But they've had to, the dominoes were falling a little bit with the injuries, so it's hard to tell. And now here is the that's a Dasher on the carry, and he gets to the right side, driven hard out of bounds. He kind of late out of bounds, but still within legality at the 31-yard line and 30-yard line, and that's enough for the first down, by the way.
It takes it right up to the 30, so move the chains. And the first down for River Dasher. He's now at an even 100 yards on the night on the ground and 10 rushes. That big 55-yard touchdown run has a lot to do with that.
Yep. But I like the way they've turned him. They've given him those opportunities to run a little bit more and to showcase his talents a little more. And that also frees him up to throw the ball a little bit more. And so
like now.
Like now. River Dasher rolls left. They're in on him, though, and he's going to get brought down. A sack back at the, they're going to mark him back at the 39-yard line, 38. Big loss, and now it's third down and, well, a long ways to go, about 16.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. The second sack of the night for River Dasher, 1 for 6, now for 8. Good news is it is just second down, but it'll be 2nd and 18 from here.
The Aces have to start coming up with something, huh?
They do indeed. Clock getting late here in the third quarter. Already down to 3 minutes.
All right. And plenty in pattern now. Empty backfield, except for the quarterback. And Dash is going to throw the ball downfield. Looking long. And the catch at the 2 is dropped. Oh, my. So close. That was almost a touchdown pass. Wow. That was close.
Owen Blake, the intended receiver, just couldn't hang on to it going to the ground.
Yep. Well, nice ball by River Dasher, and that was the book on the sophomore from day one. As he throws a very good football, and that will only get better as he gets older.
And no doubt, just a sophomore in his second career start, and you wouldn't expect to see a throw like that out of a typical sophomore starting quarterback.
So now it's third down and long for the Aces, and Dasher wants to throw again. He throws a screen pass, left side, ball's caught at the 40.
Go!
Escapes 1, 2, now he's dropped hard on the sidelines over there, well short of the marker.
I believe that's Militoni.
Yeah, on the catch, yeah, I think so, and it'll be 4th and 13 now. For the Aces, line of scrimmage will be the Effingham 33-yard line.
The screen pass there goes for 5 yards from Dasher to Militoni, and now a 4th and long.
Owen Blake checks out wide to the right side. A wing to the right, 2 receivers left, and here's the quarterback dumping it out over the middle, and he's hit. Throws the ball. It ends up bouncing on the turf, well shy of the receiver, but good pressure by Effingham caused that. And the Hearts will take over on downs as they stop the Aces.
Dasher just didn't have time to throw that football and dumped it out where it looked like he may have been looking the way of Metter, and Metter hadn't even turned back to the ball yet at that point. So,
and the Hearts picked a good time to do the blitz, too.
They did. Well-timed, executed play defensively, and now the Hearts looking to extend a 35-14 lead.
2:03 to go here in the third period. The Hearts in command and now in control with a new set of downs. They can start worrying about the clock now with a 21-point lead. And there is a handoff. Ball carried. Oh, he threw the ball. He faked to that. How about that? He still threw the ball off on the right side, and the pass was incomplete, intended for, that was Chase Starkey. And I really kind of given up. I thought he was just going to hand it off. He had the big bulwarking fullback, Carter Calver, in the backfield with him.
That ends a streak of 12 straight completed passes by Bridges.
Clock stops, 1:59 to go here in the third quarter. It is second down for the Hearts. Line of scrimmage, the 33-yard line. And they do send out 3 receivers to the left side. And the quarterback throws it to the right side. Pass is caught in traffic. First down catch. And a few more yards after that across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Called the 45.
I believe 23. Is that the receiver there for
so.
Effingham?
That would be DJ Latham on the catch.
12 yards on the play. Latham making his first catch of the game. He had a rush earlier.
Yeah, and it was a touchdown run of 36 yards in the first quarter. So now the Hearts, a new set of downs. They mark it just over the 45. And receivers are 2 by 2. This is the only way Effingham knows how to live. They are a pass-first team. And now the Aces flush the quarterback out. He got rid of the ball.
Latham again.
And Latham on the carry. And now the ball's loose.
Oh, they're going to say he's down.
Yep, by
down
contact.
First.
Huh?
Yep, down first. Oh, no,
they do give it to Mount Carmel.
We got it. All right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure his knees were down, but the ball was out before the knees were down. And so Mount Carmel gains a turnover here. They'll take over just across the 50 at the Effingham 49.
So it goes as a completion, then a fumble. That is the first fumble of the game. We have a couple of interceptions, and now the first turnover, I believe, of the season for Mount Carmel's defense comes on the fumble recovery.
All right, there you go. Well, the Aces were quick to pounce on that ball. Now we'll see what they do with this not free opportunity, but golden opportunity that they generated. And Dasher's going to put it up for 6 downfield, and it's thrown ahead of the receiver into, I think, more of a double coverage down there. Let's see. Yes, it was double coverage. Pass intended for Metter on the fly at around the 10-yard line. Incomplete, second down.
And taking some shots here in this latter stages of the third quarter, as the Aces quarterback just couldn't connect that time with Metter.
1:13 to go, third period. Quiet night here at the Hilltop for the most part, as the Hearts ran away and hit early. Now receivers both ways. Dasher in the shotgun, and he'll hand off to Acre. Slides left, gets some running room, plows forward across the 45 down to the Effingham 40. And a Mount Carmel player slow to get up over there. And I think that was Mason again. Yeah, but he's okay. Gets up, goes back to the huddle. Line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. A gain of about 9 on the play, 3rd and 1. Nice run by Acre.
Indeed, as Acre now 63 yards on 11 carries.
And we're down to 45 seconds to go in the third frame. There's Dasher, shotgun, hands it off. Acre slides left, darts up the middle, and I think has it on forward progress. Let's see where the officials mark him. Could be just at the line of scrimmage. It may measure. Who knows?
Down box switch to 4th down.
Oh, okay.
And it will be 4th down.
Okay, the eyeball. Well, those guys got better. Well, they have better eyes than we anyway, but they certainly do when they're 2 feet away.
By the way, I want to give credit. I believe it was Jackson Kling that put his paw in to knock that ball away on the fumble, and Braden Mason on the recovery.
Line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. Of course, the Aces will go for it from here. They're going to let the clock run down, maybe 5 seconds to go.
Steal a play here if you can.
They're going to try to run the play first, and there it goes. First down on a ramble over left tackle by the running back, and that was Jackson Kling on the carry. That ends the third period. Mount Carmel with a football when we go to the fourth. Let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's Effingham 35, Mount Carmel 14. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We go to the fourth quarter. Effingham in control, 35-14. Mount Carmel with the football. They go into that long straight eye. They give the ball to Jackson Kling. Yep, Kling gets the call, goes off right tackle, picks up a couple yards, and that kind of formation we usually use closer to the goal line.
Yeah, and it's surprised to see it there. Maybe trying to take them, catch them off guard with a big fella in the backfield. Gets one, maybe two, second down.
All at the 32-yard line. Now the Aces break out of it. They send receivers to the left to Andrews and to the right Metter. One set back, and it's Dasher. Gives to Militoni. He cuts it up after going right and gets inside the 30 to around the 28-yard line. It'll create about a 3rd and 4. All right, let's thank our crews tonight. How about your crew first, the video guys?
I did them earlier, so now you're going to make me do it again. I got to remember them all. Let's see if I can. On the field, it's Noah and Hunter. In the booth beside us on the stream controls, we've got Landon and Jackson. Up top, Emery is on a camera. Somebody else. Who am I forgetting? I got one more.
All right,
Hannah's on the other camera.
Oh, okay, there's Dasher. Nice run up the middle.
He dropped the ball.
First time he lost the ball, and I think Effingham has it at the 17-yard line. Yep. Well, a nice first down run of about 10 yards, but the football was pulled away, or he lost it in there somewhere, and the Hearts fell in it at the 18-yard line. So Effingham takes over, and boy, that ends a promising drive again. We're still down by 21 now in the fourth quarter. Well, I'll thank the McGinnis brothers, and really everybody's in there. Alex has been forever in control there at the controls of WSJD. Well, it's Dad Kevin on there tonight, and Alex's younger brother is about set to take the reins as soon as he turns 16. And
I've heard that the family turkey dinner for Thanksgiving is already cooking in the oven at the station back there.
All right, so the Hearts have the football, 1st and 10. They're just trying to salt the clock away at this point, and they do hand it off. Nothing there for the ball carrier. Meets the middle of that line. It has bounced backwards, so they'll give him no progress. Let's see who they give it 33 on the carry.
That's
then.
Holland again.
Okay. Hunter Holland is the guy we'd heard of. He hasn't been used much tonight, more so in the second half, but he's that kind of bulwarker and kind of a back that you call on to protect a lead more than anything else.
What's interesting is he hasn't been called on much tonight, but he has carried the ball more than any other Hart, and he's only touched it 5 times.
Yeah, they've thrown the ball most of the night. Now here's the quarterback under center. Of course, that's Bridges. Swing pass left side is caught out on the edge. Nice job by Mount Carmel converging to make the stop after a short gain. And it on the stop from Mount Carmel.
On the catch.
Yeah, Pals on the catch. And let's see who I've got on the stop for Mount Carmel. I had Paul Ray Garrett. Does that look about right?
I think you're right.
3rd down and 4 now for the Hearts. Line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line. We're down to 9:30 to go in this one, and Effingham leading by 3 touchdowns. Receivers both ways, man in motion, slides right, and now here's Bridges. He's on the run, throws in the middle, in triple coverage, and he made the catch. Now it squirts loose after, but it's a catch by that time. It's to the 31-yard line, and it's a first down. Nice catch over there. And it was, who'd they say? I said Caliber 22. Is that what he called?
It was, yep.
Okay. Caliber on the catch. Man, we had 3 guys around him.
And the ball threaded the needle right in there. Partner, trying to keep up, is the 34th pass thrown by Effingham tonight.
Wow. 2 receivers to the left side. Backs are in the eye now. With the tailback 8 yards off the ball, and it's Bridges under center. Swing pass left side. Caught. And a little running room to the left side. He gets a short gain, knocked out of bounds there. I think that was Wade. Ooh, they
Pals again.
Pals. Okay, I was going to give it to Busher.
Wyatt Howder in on the stop for the Aces.
Second down at about 7 now, maybe 8 for the Hearts. Line of scrimmage is the 24-yard line, but they want to get this clock down to 0, and we're down to 8:30 to go, but the clock is stopped.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, this Hearts team is just not interested in running the football, even when trying to milk the clock. But it has been effective.
Now backs in the eye, under center quarterback. Calls the play, backs up, wants to throw. And he will. Fires to the right side. The pass is caught on the right side, but the receiver goes out of bounds before he get any real progress. What a wide open crossing pattern. The pass is caught by Carter Calver all the way down to the Mount Carmel 39.
It's about a 30-yard completion. And by the way, Bridges stood in and took a shot when he delivered that pass downfield.
And it still had enough on it to be perfectly thrown, but he was wide open. And a lot of their receivers have been wide open tonight.
Yeah, we have not gotten our hands on many balls, and that's why they've had that high completion ratio.
H-back slides left to form trips to that side, but the handoff goes inside instead. And it was the quarterback on the keeper that time, Bridges, and a short gain. Call it to the Mount Carmel 37-yard line. Gain of, 3, Kyle? Second and 7.
Yep.
Clock running, 8 minutes to go in the game. We'll visit with Michael Brewer afterwards. And Mount Carmel is staring an 0-2 start square in the face.
Yeah, they are. And, signs of life tonight, but we got down too much too early once again. 28-7, we were behind by 21 points.
Here's Bridges, rolls to the left, fires to the left, passes caught. That's a first down catch. Nicely done by number 1. That was Chase Starkey. And they move the change. Line of scrimmage down to the Aces 29-yard line. First down catch.
From the 37 to the 28.
Another 8 yards.
Jeez.
The only game I can think of with more yardage against Mount Carmel by a quarterback would be, and I know, the Greenville game.
Yep, 71-70.
Both quarterbacks had humongous totals, including Reese Metcalf. Passes, that was incomplete there, right?
It was, through the hands of the receiver.
So it's second down and 10. Yeah, I don't know what that total was, but Metcalf was going wild that day, but so was their guy. I mean, it was a 73-70 ball game, wasn't it?
Yeah, 71-70.
71-70, and it was 70-49 with about 3 or 4 minutes to go.
How about this? November 16th, 2013 was that date. Tyler Hutchinson for Greenville threw for 645 yards that night.
How'd you get that quick?
I was already on the page. It worked out just like that.
All right, so he's back to throw. The Effingham quarterback is, and it's picked off by the Aces. This could be 6.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
The officials are what?
Are going to call it incomplete?
And now pushing and shoving after the play.
Both sides get a little exchange of a couple of little pushes to the shoulder pads. And
heads up to this Effingham coach over here.
For pulling them away or pulling the kids off.
He stepped out of bounds,
I
think, or maybe was down when he caught the pass. But, boy, that took forever to be called. Well, where are we going
They're going to put the football back at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be Effingham ball, right?
I thought he signaled Mount Carmel ball.
Well, maybe it is going to be Mount Carmel ball. There's Metter.
There's all kinds of confusion.
Yeah, the players are milling around. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be – so the interception happened, I think.
The play set up at the 28-yard line, I believe, is where this play started. And now it's at the 26, and it'll be Mount Carmel football.
All right, so they've got that ironed out. We're down to 7:10 to go in this one. The Aces will now have to they huddle at the sidelines, and they'll have to hurry up and get to the line.
They haven't started the play clock.
Yeah, the play clock
yet.
hasn't started yet, so they're still good.
Change of possession, so a little bit more time here, and there goes the play clock, and here come the Aces.
All right. Aces down 35-14. Effingham will probably improve to 1-1 on the year.
This is the 99th game coached by Brett Hefner in his 10th season at Effingham. Number 100 next week.
There's Dasher, River Dasher, the sophomore, throws it long downfield. The pass is intercepted by dropped after an almost interception by the Hearts. Pass was intended for Mount Carmel's Chase Wiggins, but the Hearts had the best shot at it, and I thought they had the pick.
Well, I did. They had their hands on it. I am telling you, partner, I'm watching the play again that was the interception, and I don't know why that play was whistled where it was, dead.
Okay.
Metter was upright on his feet, never close to his knee. I don't know if there was an inadvertent whistle or what. Huh. Nonetheless.
Yep. The Aces they get a run from Acree now on second down, and he stopped in the middle, got a few yards, let's call it 3. It'll be 3rd and 7, line of scrimmage just shy of the 30-yard line. And we're down to the 6:35 mark in this game. Effingham jumped to an early lead. Just like last week, it happened too easily. The Hearts scored their first touchdown 50 seconds into the game. They led at one point 28-7, and now they lead 35-14. There's a pass over the middle. It's caught by Metter. Nice little spin move, evades a tackle, still churning hard. And finally, they bring him down at near midfield at the 48-yard line. That's a 20-yard pass play.
Almost the longest pass completion of the night for Dasher. He had a 23-yard completion earlier in the game. That also was to Metter, who's now caught 5 passes for 57 yards. First and 10 Pins Bowling Center, first down.
Thanks for mentioning that. And River Dasher takes a snap and backs up. Now he's flushed. He's going to take off and run. Flag down on the play. He ends up across midfield. The quarterback does. He's brought down at the 49 of Effingham. But let's see what the flag's all about. It was thrown back in the backfield.
And is it a hold?
Yeah, it could be.
Yep.
All right, it's marching off from the 49. 10-yard infraction will take it inside the 40 to the 39. So it's about 1st and 15 now for the Aces.
They may have called Rhett Andrews on the hold on the outside. And a long first down, 1st and 20 now for the Aces.
Dasher has trips to the right side and gets the signal, calls, and now throws it on the wide receiver screen to the right side. It's caught. He gets some progress.
That's Andrews.
Yeah, Andrews on the catch down to around the 45, 44-yard line. So a gain of about 5 on the play. Is that right?
Yep.
Second down. And about, he still has to go.
About 15.
Yeah. Or is it about second and about 15.
18 pass attempts tonight for River Dasher, 71 yards through the air for the Aces.
2 receivers to the left, receivers to the right as well, and Dasher's back to throw. Fires to the right, and it is incomplete. Over the right side, just across the 50. Now it's 3rd down.
A little bit behind the receiver that time on the throw.
Clock stops, 4:57 left in this one. Great night for football.
No doubt. Can't get any better.
We thought it was supposed to be rainy 2 days ago. That was the forecast. Then it cleared up. By today, we're supposed to get clouds, and sure enough, then we saw sprinkles as I'm hitting the parking lot about a little bit after 4:45.
Be left early.
And so flag down. I said, I didn't see the flag at all.
It came down.
Okay. But, and then it turned out to be a nice night.
It is a beautiful night. Temperature at kickoff was in the upper 60s. Not bad for week 2. 65 degrees, clear skies right now. Radar, I think, still looking clear.
Yeah, we've had crazy early season, and everybody has. When it's played in August and September games, I mean, from 5-hour nights at Breeze Mater Day to the Princeton game that never ended one year. And
were those almost in the same season?
I think so.
We had major rain delays
we had
multiple times.
Terrible season of fortune there years ago. We were still in the Big 8.
I think it's supposed to be in the mid to upper 80s next Friday night.
Oh, okay. There's a pass over the middle, and did he catch that? Did
Yes.
he hang on to the? Holy mackerel. What a catch that time by the Aces. Owen Blake. He got his head taken off after the catch.
Yeah, no doubt. He hung on to that ball, kind of midair collision. Takes it from the 39 across midfield to the Effingham 48.
So it's 4th down. Of course, we'll go for it from here. The clock on the march, down to 4:30 to go. Effingham fans cheer on their defense here to make the stop, and here is Mr. Dasher, throws it long, looking for Metter. There's bump, but no flag down and incomplete. Way overthrown the receiver. Metter stays down on the ground, and it'll be Effingham ball. Here comes an Effingham trainer out to first to kind of assist. Here come the Mount Carmel trainers from way across the field. Metter's down at around the 18-yard line on this near side of the field. Clock is stopped. They're down to 4:18 to go. This has turned into a long game, by the way.
Yeah, it had. Well, when you throw the ball as much as Effingham has, even though they've completed many of those tonight, it's still been a long night, and not sure what the issue is with Shane Metter here, but I hate to see him down right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a 2-hour and 12-minute game right now. And I was hoping it was just cramps, but they haven't been working on that. So we're shielded, of course. Aren't going to be able to tell anything, but we do know it's Metter. And now they help him up, and he seems to be walking off under his own power.
When you take a fall sometimes on this turf, even though it's got a little give to it, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a forgiving surface to fall on.
And that's the kind of way he looks as he walks off the field, but he is making it under his own power. Doc Fulop is on one side of him, just talking to him, and no support needed. Shane's on his own there and making it off the field. And the line of scrimmage is the 49-yard line. And the Hearts will take over.
Like Shane kind of fell hard on his arm on that play. Decent amount of contact there, but a pretty clean tackle, I think, or pretty clean contact.
They swap a couple of linemen left to right, do the Hearts on this shift, and there's a handoff to the tailback in the eye, and he plows right side, doesn't get much, maybe a yard. And that's about it. But the clock is the enemy now, so it's not a big deal. And the running back, Hunter Holland, gets just one. He didn't get any. 2nd down and 10.
Interesting. I don't remember seeing so much contrast between one team's ability to produce through the air versus not produce on the ground. 47 yards for Effingham tonight on the ground in 12 carries.
Wow. Out of that eye, there's a handoff, and the ball carrier gets a short gain up the middle, maybe a yard. Again, a struggle back there. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so.
And I guess they're calling Holland again. Yeah, it's 3rd and 10 now.
So, Scott.
And they did that last week. What was the stat you had coming in? How many rushing yards did they have last week?
20 carries for 11 yards. Now, I got to tell you. 7-10, they're up to 13 carries, 47 yards, but they had a 36-yard touchdown run.
So 11 yards
11
outside
yards
of the touchdown.
On what, 12, 13 carries?
Oh, wow. So now it's a 3rd, and we got some movement on the line. Mount Carmel jumped over, and that'll cost the Aces 5 yards. And make it 3rd and 5. Well, let's just see. Yeah, they are going to go that way.
So that I can prove that I can do math, all right, 12 carries for 11 yards after the 36-yard touchdown run for Effingham.
And 11 yards last week.
Right.
So with the exception of one play, they have 22 total yards rushing in 2 games.
In about 33 carries.
And yet they're going to be 1-1
right.
out of that. Wow. So 3rd down now and about 5.
But they do have 429 yards tonight.
Yeah, and they're all in the air. Huh? There now is a quick throw, caught, nice catch. Crossing pattern, driven out of bounds. The receiver, and on the catch that time for Effingham was Jenner Pals, who scored a touchdown tonight, 2 actually.
And he has caught 12 passes tonight.
Line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line. New set of downs for the Hearts as we're playing this thing out at this point. 35-14. Effingham headed for the win. 2:32 to go in the game. Don't forget, we'll visit with Michael Brewer after the game. And the quarterback under center hands it off, and Pals gets the carry off left tackle, a couple to the 30-yard line. You know, Kyle, I'm really not looking forward to talking to Michael. I said so to him in the interview that we ran on the pregame. I really don't remember him sounding so disconsolate as he did after last week's game at DuQuoin. And so it'd be interesting to hear what the opinion is about tonight's game, because I know they're disappointed. For starters, of course, just for having lost the game. But the way Effingham came right out and just jumped all over us, and that's happened 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, 14-0 before we got off the board, and we're down 21 points again.
2nd down, handoff, ball carrier, shuffles. That's the up back of the eye with the carry that time. And they're going to mark his progress all the way to the 30-yard line of diving that way.
Hey, that's the biggest rush they've had in a while. Got about 6.
Yeah, and you remember that early in the game we had a missed tackle on defense, and then we had a missed tackle again a couple plays later, and I can't remember the particular play, but we had 2 missed tackles early. I think one of them might have been on the touchdown run.
Yep.
And you just can't do that against a team that wants to throw the ball on top of that. Well, you can't do it at all any night. But
401 yards through the air now tonight for Effingham.
Holy mackerel. And there's a handoff. Ball carriers, and they're content with 1 yard and kick.
Yeah, they only have to do this about one more time.
Yeah, 55 seconds to go in this one.
But it is going to be 4th down.
Yeah. And this will probably be the last play of the game. We're not going to stop it at this point.
Yeah, partner, the interesting fact here, we told you coming in the 4 previous meetings in this series, tied at 2-2. The widest margin of victory for any team in the series was 8 points in 4 games coming into tonight, and now Effingham tipping the scale heavily in their favor in that department.
And Mount Carmel was a 7-point favorite, according to Massey, going in, 35-28.
Effingham's going to spend a timeout here and then maybe run back to the other end zone to try to milk 20 seconds off the clock on 4th down.
All right, so we'll... You just want to keep it here.
Sure.
20 seconds to go. Hey, fans, I want to remind you, next week the Aces are right back here at the Snake Pit. The Robinson Maroons call for the Little Illini Conference opener. Robinson was getting beaten soundly by Benton tonight. And boy, what a tough challenge for the Maroons on the road at Benton. And we're finding out Benton's going to be one of those teams. I think DuQuoin's one that's going to prove to be better than we thought. They're showing it tonight anyway.
Yeah.
And Benton may be as well, too. So we'll see. But Robinson really getting taken to the woodshed tonight. And it's the first half it was that way.
63-0 is the final.
Oh, and it was running clock in the whole second half. I mean, it was 49-0 before halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then... So, the Aces, and of course Robinson will be trying to get back at it because they won on opening night. They beat Charleston 41-6. So they're going to be 1-1, but everybody's going to want to get off on the right foot in the conference race. So that's next week, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6 o'clock for the 1-hour pregame show here in WSJD.
Casey leading Tuscola 20-16. That went in the 3rd quarter.
Nope, he's going to hand it off. Ball carrier slides to the middle, right side. Doesn't get much.
If it's a first down, they'll stop the clock anyway to take a look.
Yeah, 13 seconds to go.
And it is a first down, so they will milk the clock here.
Yeah, one more play, and the Hearts will have won. They take the series lead now, 3-2. will play in Effingham next year in week 2.
Well, just another dominating performance by an opponent of the Aces, and hopefully these first 2 non-conference games will get the Aces poised to make a big run in the LIC.
All right, there's the horn. That's it. The game is over. And a final look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard says Effingham 35, Mount Carmel 14. The Aces fall to 0-2 for the second straight year. Effingham improves to 1-1. We're going to take a break, come back with the totals and highlights, the scoreboard, and we'll visit with Aces coach Michael Brewer here in beautiful Riverview Stadium in Mount Carmel. Back with the postgame show in 2 minutes.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
At First National Bank of Allendale, we know that winning starts with the right support on and off the playing field. That's why our local lenders make tailored, local decisions so you can score big on your goals. With branches across your community, we're here to help with everything from home loans to business growth. Because when it comes to your future, local lending is a true team effort. First National Bank of Allendale. Local lenders, local decisions.
Summer savings are here at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Explorer up to $5,100 off. And get a new 2024 F-150 up to $13,600 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Get hot summer savings at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2025 Grand Cherokee L lease for $433 a month, or a 2024 Dodge Hornet up to $12,330 off. Come in and get yours today and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Well, the final score tonight is Effingham 35 and Mount Carmel 14. We'll be visiting with Michael Brewer here in just a few minutes. Welcome to the postgame show. We've got some stats and scores to look at, and we'll also have a visit with the Mount Carmel coach as well. Well, it was all Effingham tonight. They jumped out to a 14-0 lead, led 28-7 at the end of the first quarter. And Mount Carmel was able to finally score in the second quarter. It was 28-14 at halftime. And the Mount Carmel really had a couple of opportunities to maybe start to make some noise, pull it back in. We were picked off once. We ran out of downs one time. And it just wasn't to be. We couldn't get on track. And Hearts pulled away from there and won at 35-14. Effingham now 1-1 on the year. Mount Carmel is 0-2. Jenner Pals, we heard that name quite a bit tonight. He scored 2 touchdowns tonight. Flack scored a touchdown. The quarterback, wait till you hear the eye-popping statistics that Kyle will have about Effingham's aerial attack. Well, we thought Effingham couldn't run the ball based on what we saw statistically from last week. Now, in retrospect, do they really? I don't know what is more pronounced, the fact they can't run the ball or that they throw all over the place.
Right.
Because they are good in the air. They certainly were tonight with an outstanding first half of 285 yards and over 400 yards on the night for their quarterback.
Yeah, just unbelievable totals for this ball club. 449 yards of total offense for Effingham tonight, and 401 of those come through the air as Jackson Bridges threw 39 passes and completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All but 8 of those. So 26 of 39. Did I get that right? I don't think that's right. 27 of 39.
Okay.
20, it doesn't matter. 27 of 39 for 401 yards and 4 touchdowns. Rushing the football, 55 yards on the ground, and a total of 16 carries for these Hearts. 16 carries, 55 yards, and a 36-yard touchdown run for DJ Latham. For Mount Carmel, 289 yards rushing. Leading the way tonight, River Dasher. I had him at an even 100 yards on the ground, including a 55-yard touchdown run. Jackson Kling, 4 carries for 11 yards and a score. Shane Metter, 1 for 3. Chase Wiggins, 1 for 7. Selecki Militoni, 6 for 19 yards. Shane Metter caught 5 passes tonight for the Aces and had 57 yards. Jack Webb had 1 for 6. Owen Blake had 1 for 13. Red Andrews had 2 for 9. Selecki Militoni had 1 for 5. Dasher through the night, 84 yards on the through the air. Did have 2 interceptions, no touchdowns thrown tonight. 5, 6, 7, 8. He was 9 of 21 through the air for 84 yards.
Oh, well, a rough night for the Aces, and they'll seek to regroup next week in the Little Illini Conference opener against the Robinson Maroons. They are 1-1. They beat Charleston on opening night and were blitzkrieged tonight by a very good Benton team in Benton. So they'll come in with an even record, though. Mount Carmel, again, starting over at looking for their first win in the LIC opener. 7 o'clock for the kickoff, and 1-hour pregame show right here on WSJD at 6 o'clock. Michael Burr joins us, the Aces head football coach, and Michael, boy, we got behind the 8 ball again early tonight.
Yeah, we did. Just out the gate, we give up 21 points in the first quarter, which, just kind of set us behind. I thought, the challenge this week was don't get pushed around, don't get out physicaled. And I think second quarter on, I think we did that. Now we got to clean up our back end, right? So they weren't able to run the ball a whole lot.
The whole game.
Yeah.
They got one play. Other than that, 11 yards.
Right. So we did a nice after that. We did an excellent job against the run. Again, we got to clean up some back end stuff and get the coverage tightened up. And so that part has to get better. So I guess there's a bright spot if there is one. The physical standpoint, we improved. Offensively, we ran the ball well, right? I was happy with how physical we were on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So those are things we can build on.
Well, I like the way you used Dasher more, too, on the ground and everything.
Yeah,
he showed himself out there in space running the ball.
River runs the ball well.
Yeah.
So then on the flip side on offense, right, we just can't have the turnovers. Yeah. The turnovers are just killer. So moving the ball, and then one of those interceptions River threw was 100% my fault. The call was terrible. So that wasn't on him. But we can't have those situations. So the turnovers cannot happen. We have to take care of the football. But again, we were able to run the ball. Coming into this game, I was concerned about that with their line. They have a good defensive line, big kids. And so I think we're going to be able to run the ball. So that's another thing that's, a positive to come out of it. Disappointed. Got a locker room full of disappointed kids. But there's things we can continue to build on. And, again, the challenge for them was do not physically get pushed around tonight, and we didn't. So that was a positive.
And the kids only have to look back to last year to know that, yes, we're 0-2 or in that situation, but we got there from here last year. We got to the postseason, and so they know it can be done.
Yep. So we can get there. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of things to get better and to fix and to improve on. But yeah, you're right. It can happen, and we can do it. So we just got to come on Monday ready to work.
All right, Coach. Hey, thanks for coming up.
Yep, thanks. That's
Aces coach Michael Burr. His comments after the game tonight, and game won by the Effingham Flaming Hearts 35-14. Michael Burr pregame show is brought to you by Short Cunningham Funeral Home, and so we'll give him chops on this report as well. We don't really have a sponsor for it, but we like Short Cunningham Funeral Homes, and we thank them as we do the other sponsors for coming along. We didn't get to tonight. Did we do the opening kickoff of the game? Brought to you by Corwin Printing. Discover the quality difference a professional printer can make. We did the players' pregame interview. Let's give another shout out to St. Mary's School, wishing the Golden Aces the best of luck all season long. We did the starting lineups through the first Aces touchdown, Aces extra point. What? Yes, we did that.
We did do that?
Yeah, well,
okay.
I mentioned it here again.
You got
just a minute
okay.
ago.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Just making sure we had everything. We did get finally we got to a 3 and out to the halftime show. Oh, we got to do the one thing. How about this? The Mount Carmel Public Utility electrifying play of the game. We'll send Kyle looking back over his Excel spreadsheet and see if we got something.
I think it's got to be the 55-yard touchdown run by River Dasher for the Aces, an explosive play that got Mount Carmel on the scoreboard. And when it looked like Effingham might just run away and hide, that explosive play by Dasher got the Aces on the board, made it a one-possession game at that point. And you have to go back and think. Mount Carmel had the opportunity at the close of the half to make it a one-score game. We were in the red zone, and then we were going to get the ball to start the second half. But unfortunately, we couldn't convert on that drive. We turn it over coming out of the locker room on our opening drive of the third period, and it just kind of went downhill from there. But valiant effort coming up short for the Aces here tonight.
So that's the big play of the night that we have for you. The most electrifying play of the night brought to you by Mount Carmel Public Utility.
Let me give you the scores around the area. Almost everything is final now. KZ wins the big 1A showdown with Tuscola on the road, 20-16. The final. Alney puts Salem to rest tonight, 31-6. Robinson falls to Benton in a big way, 63-0. Paris all over Charleston tonight, 48-14. The other LIC game was Lawrenceville beating Carlisle yesterday, 34-12. Sparta is at Marshall tomorrow afternoon. Cesar was leading Hamilton County 20-8 at last check in the fourth quarter. Flora beat Carmi yesterday in the Black Diamond 20-14. Fairfield, Red Hill, and Edwards County El Dorado both tomorrow in the BDC.
Well, we've known for all our years in the Big 8 Conference how tough the Indiana teams can be, even compared to Illinois. Dealing with a lot of consolidated schools, bigger districts, newer facilities, more money. A lot of these Indiana districts, and we saw it year in and year out, and Mount Carmel competed very well. And I bring that up because Paris throttled North Vermilion last week, 57-0. But that's an Indiana school. They lost heavily in graduation. They're an Indiana Class 1A school, but maybe it's a situation of, well, they should have put big numbers up against that kind of opponent, and they did. That's the key. They did. Yep. And so they turn around tonight and do it again and have another performance. So they're 2-0. They may very well be a force to be reckoned with as well.
Yeah, no doubt. We've seen the Little Illini in this non-conference part of the schedule perform way better, of course, than last year, but also put up some big numbers at times. Olney 31 tonight, Newton 28, KZ in a slugfest, in a tight game and against a good team puts up 20. Robinson shut out tonight, but, KZ gets the win. It looked like Newton was going to fall. There was about 2 minutes to go. Newton had just scored in the game to make it a 7-point game with Westland, and they tried an onside kick, didn't recover. So I think that game is all but over. Okay. And Newton will taste defeat tonight, 35-28. Olney gets the win. So, we win the conference, wins 3, loses 4 tonight. On the night. So, Marshall can try to even the series for the LIC tomorrow.
So we've got 9 non-conference wins compared to 5 a year ago. So a lot better performance. And Marshall will be favored over Sparta. And so we'll see what the total ends up with. That bodes well, I think, for later in the season. It's very possible now, maybe with a lot of wins by certain teams, at least 2 wins in this non-conference, they may stand a better chance to be a 5-4 team and get in the playoffs because of that, as opposed to a 4-5 because they maybe lost 2 of their non-conferences, whatever the case may be. Winning as many of those non-conference games as you can boosts your chances at earning enough wins to get in the playoffs. Then you need opponents' wins to be the higher seed and to make sure you get in if you're in a tie situation with other teams. So everybody knows how that's the one thing about Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel fans know how that works because we've been in the playoffs 42 times in the 50-year history of the state tournament. But tonight it was not to be. Effingham, your winner. The final 35-14. Thanks for joining us tonight. We thank all our sponsors. We appreciate it, fans. We hope you're with us next week. We're back here at the Hilltop. Same location, same time. It's LIC football. Mount Carmel hosting Robinson, 7 o'clock for the kick, 6 o'clock for the 1-hour pregame show. Now for all of us here on the video and audio side, for Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. Have a very pleasant so long and good night from Riverview Stadium. Have a very pleasant so long? What's that mean?
It means good night.